How many barbershop conversations, man? Welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you coming down. We got Keno, Benjamin, Birdman, 50 ball, Birdman. Ain't no sound. What, no sound on that? Damn, my bad, y'all. Can y'all hear me now, though? Ain't no sound. That's okay, man. Appreciate you, Adolfo. Big game. Big game. Big game. Big game. Big game. Big game this weekend, man. Yeah, Fly Eagles fly versus the G-Men. Yeah. Yeah, at least I know that the 49ers are going to lose. You know, that's refreshing. I mean, not the 49ers, the Cowboys. Uh oh. So so yeah, man. Happy Thursday. Hopefully everyone is starting the year off strong and um yeah, I feel good tonight. I feel really good. I feel calm. I feel kind of relaxed. Um A lot has transpired in the last 48 hours. Shall we begin? As it pertains to boxing, Stevie Fulton and Inoue. That's a big fight. That's a super fight, man. And I'm really, really excited for that fight. To my knowledge, Stevie Fulton is not signed to Al Haymon. He did this deal all on his own without Al Haymon. This ain't no Al Haymon deal. But let's see if they get across the finish line with this deal. So that's where we're at with that. Stevie Fulton and his team, whoever's on his team, I per my sources, went off and went off they own way. What else? What else is going on in boxing, man? Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, that's still up in the air, right, Birdman? I still don't believe Earl gonna take that fight, man. I still don't believe Earl gonna take that fight. I don't see how a man can say I'm never fighting him to fighting him. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. So I'm leaning on that. Did y'all see what happened in Young Thug's courtroom? I didn't see it. I just quickly saw the headline. Did y'all see that stupid shit? Did y'all see that, dog? Dog, did y'all see that? A man tried to give him, let's see if I can pull it up. I know I gotta be on one of these major blog sites. I mean, this is how stupid we are. I mean, we are. Um, let me. A famous blog site would be Shade Room, right? I'm pretty sure they'll have it. Shade Room. I'm sure they'll have this shit. Hey, come on, man. Hope you have it. Hope you have it. Hope you have it. Police sergeant paid. Do you see the two cops having sex? Oh, here it is right here. Bam. I'm chill with her. Oh, they got the video too. Damn. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all. It's no. It doesn't pay off to be a real nigga or a bad bitch. Like the statistical data. Show me the statistical data where bad bitches and real niggas are multimillionaires. They're successful with family. They're married. Uh, please fill me in on the statistical data. I want to see it because I'm gonna read you the headlines. It says defendants in Young Thug trial accused of smuggling contraband into courtroom allege hand-to-hand exchange of a Percocet pill caught on camera. Let's see. He walked. Let's see if we can detect it. Let me enlarge this so y'all can see it. It's the first time I'm looking at it too. So let's enlarge it and see if what I can see. This nigga walked over. Oh my God. He literally just handed it to him. This stupid ass nigga. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, where'd you send it to, Fram? Did you send it to my? email, but can y'all see this? The man literally did it in front of the police officer in the courtroom. Oh my gosh. He's going to be in contempt of court. Oh my gosh. That just impacted the jurors, man. Oh, this man is really a young thug. He really a thug. He's really addicted to drugs. Oh my God. This got to be the world's dumbest criminals. This is an episode. Let's see what else they got. Prosecutors say, basically, I saw oh my gosh. This is just stupid, man. When keeping it real goes wrong. Top cornerback recruit Cormani McClain flips to Colorado. Woo-wee. It's a good day for Deion Sanders, a bad day for Young Thug. When keeping it real goes wrong. I want to see the statistical data, man, that substantiates that being a real dude in these streets and being a bad bitch is really, really the thing to do. This is unreal. Did y'all see that? We got it. I mean, ignorance is ignorance. Ignorance doesn't have no color line. I believe white people can be as ignorant as that. Black people can be as ignorant as that. But, I mean, you want to go to jail? Like, you literally say, hey, I really want to go to jail today. That's like driving by a police officer. Hey, I got a gun. hey, charge me. I got a gun. And this sweater is courtesy of I Know My Worth. Felicia K. Styles on Instagram. Make sure y'all go check her out. My former neighbor has a clothing line. And I bought one of her sweaters. So, man, but this is just... when it's all said and done, they lived up. No, they didn't waste their life. They really doing what they want to do, Birdman. It just don't coincide with what's up, broken traditions, man. Damn, you've been laying hammers, and it's please show me the statistical data where it shows real niggas and bad bitches are more successful than conservative, hardworking, God-fearing people. Please show me. Because if you're a Christian, you're conservative. Oh, we need to link up, bro. Whenever you're ready. My platform or yours. When next time you want to do something, my platform or yours. Let me know. I'm ready. And then I went to a basketball game. Oh, I got to pull this up too. I went to a basketball game and I felt like I was being, wait, I'll play it first. Come chill with it. I've been listening to Trey songs today. I didn't have the kids in the, hey, you feel like a whole new man when you ain't got the kids in the car. I didn't have to pick the kids up today from school. So, because I had to work in a little bit longer today. Man, I was vibing to Trey songs, man. Hey, it's a completely different life when you ain't got to pick the kids up, man. Playlist change, volume change. Anyways, man, let me go to my damn. So, this is what I saw. This was my view yesterday at the basketball game. Look, this is the halftime performance. So what you watching is child pornography. In my eyes, this is child pornography. And it's legal child pornography. I went to a basketball game and 15, 16-year-old girls are twerking to body yada 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 body yada 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 yada. I said, damn. And mind you, I'm just getting back into basketball, so I'm really not understanding, or I lost the touch or whatever you call it. I don't want to use the word touch, but I lost contact with the halftime performances and the cheerleaders, because this is my first time going to a high school basketball games consistently in probably over a decade. You know what I mean? So I forgot. And I go to the game and I'm with Lincoln and I'm like, like really shocked the hell out of me. And I'm not making it up. I'm not being facetious. I'm not adding extras on it. I'm at a Catholic school. They did like this before the game began. And they said, Lord Jesus, we want to thank you for perfect health, good sportsmanship. That's what they prayed. And they said amen at the end of their prayer. And at halftime, they're twerking. I said, damn. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know, or I did know and I forgot. They got these 15-year-old girls twerking. Oh my God. Yo. I didn't. Catholic Church is of the devil. That's what they say. I ain't really did no extensive research besides what I saw in 2020 and what people do on the internet. But I was like, I felt I felt kind of dirty. I thought, how do they do this in front of adult males? Anyways, man, that's how I felt. And I felt really, really awkward. You know what I mean? And I called the school today. Let's see. Because because everybody complains about it. But I need y'all to see this. Somebody called me. I need y'all to see this. Because I want y'all to hear that I called the school today.
You've reached Notre Dame High School of Los Angeles.
That's the last number I called.
Beautiful Sherman Oaks.
I called them today.
You know your party's extension.
I called them today, and I complained to a man named I forget the gentleman's name, but I called them Morris, Mr. Morris. Yeah, Mr. Morris. So if you got time, go call Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks, California, and ask to speak to Mr. Morris. Yeah, he's over that department. And I was flabbergasted. I was literally flabbergasted, man. And shocked the hell out of me, dog. I'm with my 8-year-old son. My 8-year-old son knows nothing about that. Lincoln knows nothing about that. So he barely knows 2 NBA basketball players. So that kind of threw me in a loop. What else been going on? Adrian Broner looks good. Shout out to Adrian Broner. I saw Ellie. Shout out to Ellie. I saw him over there in Florida doing great. He looks like he don't have his belly. His shirt comes straight down. You know, when your shirt goes straight down, you know an athlete's in shape. You know, they ain't got no basketball in front of them or shape of a ball in front of them. So he looked good. And AB always wears small clothes, no matter if he got a belly or he don't. So I should say fitted clothes, right? That's fitted, or European cut. You know what I'm saying? So he looks good, man. He looks like he's well on the weight. I'm really I'll say this. I'm excited for that card. I'm excited for that card, man. I'm interested in Adrian Broner's walkout. I'm interested in the fight. Tevin Farmar. I'm interested in that Mickey Bay Tevin Farmar fight. Hopefully they can cross the finish line with that card. I heard there's some rumblings going on with Lou DiBella, and you know it's just these promoters, man, are whack, man. These promoters are whack. You know, so we'll sit back and see and see what happens with that. What else? And I think that's it in boxing, right? So we're gonna get a plethora of pay-per-views. And I want to see if, yeah, I think most people are rooting for AB. You know, he's now our underdog. He's officially our underdog. And if you don't like him, I can honestly respect that too. But he is our underdog. Al Haymon left him for dead. He said that in so many words, but me knowing the information that I know, Al Haymon literally left that man for dead, man. And I swear, y'all think Al Haymon is a saint, dog. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do an interview with A. I told y'all a year ago, my sit-down interview with AB is gonna be the most important interview in boxing in a long time. I'm talking about like the whole sport of boxing, not just, oh, Al Haymon is a piece of shit. Not that. I'm talking about just incumbents, the whole sport, you know, and how these fighters gotta go get their money while they can, and fighters, well, we'll do that at some point. So yeah, so we about to get a pay-per-view rollout from PBC. Oh, you thought David Benavidez was gonna be for free? Oh, you thought Caleb Plant was gonna be for free? Nah, that's gonna be $80, and that's a damn good fight. But guess what happens the next month? Another, I don't know who it's gonna be, but they say it's gonna be Tank and Ryan Garcia. 15 days later, you got Tank and Ryan Garcia. Woo wee! Are y'all excited about that? March 25th, and then 21 days later, you get what? Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. Woo wee! And then you get a PBC break for about a month and a half, and then you're gonna get a Earl Spence fight. Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming heavy now. Ooh, Lord. Ooh wee. You know what I mean? The man that said boxing. See, I want to see if black media, and I really want to see if they're gonna hold them accountable. I challenge Boxing Ego, Champ Side, LDBC, New Media, Dante's Boxing Nation. I challenge y'all, because guess what? Remember this? And I'm not against y'all going against Eddie Hearn for changing his. Oh, I'm not against y'all for that. Let's go to 2015. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? When being pro-black goes wrong, boxing is back. Y'all see the hashtag free boxing for all. Y'all remember that? Oh, y'all don't remember that. Do y'all remember that? For the people in the back. Will y'all, when Al Haymon's charging y'all $100 a month, $80 with tax, and your subscription base price to Showtime, that's $100 a month. So what y'all gonna do? Al Haymon price is just going up. Y'all got a pay-per-view in January, a pay-per-view in March, pay-per-view in April, a pay-per-view May or June. Then you're gonna have Wilder coming back. You're gonna have a pay-per-view there. What you gonna do? That's the man that said boxing was free. Watching the game. I'm just asking for a friend. Al Haymon came in the game, boxing free. Eddie Hearn came in the game, $9.99. He went up to $20. Check this out. Eddie Hearn goes up $10 a month. The world catches. World War III breaks out. Al Haymon goes up $80 a month. The world is quiet. This is when you're really, really going to fully understand. This is going to be the difference of, is your YouTube channel that you follow, support, are they for their supporters, or are they supporters of the people that they interview and their credentials? I'm just keeping it real. Fred gonna be on the island. Everybody gonna hate Fred, but that's what I got to say. And guess what? These YouTubers are bigger fans of Al Haymon than anybody in the world. Prove it, Fred. Deontay Wilder said he want to fight 3 times a year. Earl Spence said on this platform he want to fight 3 times a year. Deontay Wilder said in his build up to in this media day for Helenius, I want to fight 3 times a year. How come they not challenging Al Haymon? Because he's not white. They will challenge Eddie Hearn. They will challenge Bob Arum. If Bob Arum fighters were fighting once a year, oh my man, shit. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, guys. It sound like Triple G, guys. Oh my God, guys. Fred gonna be on. I will be the most hated man in boxing, yet the most free. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna hate Fred. Everybody love me. Everybody love me. Everybody. I'm challenging all of them because guess what? They gonna brag about buying. You know what it's gonna change into? Here's what it's gonna change into. Because go to everybody's platform. I complained about Eddie Hearn raised it at $20. Every black media, I don't even want to call it. I'm just gonna make a big blanket statement. Everybody in it that does commentary, everybody, $20. Eddie Hearn went up $10 a month. Al Haymon goes up $80. We quiet. We gonna be quiet. But I guarantee you, man. Anyways, man. Everybody got to hustle. Everybody got to hustle. That's all I'm gonna say. But Al Haymon about to tax y'all niggas. But I told y'all this day was coming. I told y'all, Fred, you a hater. You just paid $80 in January. You're gonna pay $80 in March, $80 in April, $80 in May or June, $80 in August. You're gonna pay $80 in September. Oh, this shit about to get crazy, y'all. Oh, this is about to get for 7 months out of this year minimum. You're gonna pay $80 plus your what? $80 plus your Showtime subscription to support Showtime. I mean, to support PBC. That's what I'm saying. Fred crazy though. Pay-per-view is gonna go like this. And we on the internet arguing. Here's how stupid we are. We on the internet arguing and debating how many pay-per-views Tank Davis did when that card wasn't a pay-per-view card. No, Tank did $75,000 in pay-per-views. He did 61,000. He did 100,000. He did. Hey, yo, homeboy. No, he didn't do 61,000. Yo, homeboy, he did like 400,000, 500,000. You know what I'm saying, homeboy? Who gives a flying fuck? The card wasn't a pay-per-view card. Boy, I'm telling you, man, this baby daddy syndrome is real. Real. These motherfuckers are falling in love with being a consumer. Fred advocates assets. From day one, I've advocated family and assets. From day one on this platform, I've advocated for assets, family. I've worked my way into this God stuff. When I had kids and you start understanding how to raise your children, you understand how important it is to have a foundation. And God, whether I believe in him as much as you do or not, that foundation, it sets a great foundation. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know shit about boxing, but I was thinking that I wasn't a paper. Right. So me and God is on day to day. You know what I mean? We on a day-to-day contract. You know, it goes like this. When Lincoln Coach died, I was like, what the fuck you doing, God? I don't fucking understand. And then when you talk about equality, how the fuck should we be fighting for equality when a basketball coach that's a preacher, a father, a husband, a community man, gave his kidney. I repeat, gave his kidney to one of his parishioners in his church. Now, BLK Prime is pay-per-view, is a pay-per-view platform. You know what I mean? They didn't come in here tricking us. Eddie Hearn came in here and tricked you. Al Haymon came in here and tricked you. You know, so but as I digress. So I don't really believe in equality. These motherfucking gangbangers with tattoos on their face live till they 75, and a preacher really preaches over their body like they was a, oh man, get the flying fuck out of here. You know, like that's a hell of a pass. You know, it's just, you know, these thoughts that be going on in my head be crazy, man. You know, I'm crazy though. I'm crazy. Motherfucker tell you, motherfucker, you ain't real if you don't give a motherfucker $100 a month. You ain't black if you don't give a motherfucker $100 a month. You ain't black. You don't support your favorite fighter if you don't give $100 a month. $100 a month. $100. Think about that shit. That's your cell phone bill. That's more than YouTube TV. YouTube TV is $64.99. I pay $64.99. I just got MGM Plus because I want to watch Godfather of Harlem. I don't know how much extra that is, but maybe $5 or something. But yeah. Oh, this is crazy. Yes. Love you, dude. What's Kennedy doing? All right, cut the light out. Love you, Kennedy. All right. No, Kennedy, why you going that way? Come here, Kennedy. See, she went the other way. She didn't walk by my office. She thinks she's slick. Come here. Come here. Don't put it back in your room. Come here. What did you take? Who? No, don't sleep with your baby dolls because it may cut you. You get it tomorrow morning, okay? It's bedtime. I know she did. I saw you put them down. I can see you. See your shadow against the wall. I can see you, Kennedy. Okay. What are these kids, man? Go upstairs. Go that way. I love you. All right. Yeah, put lips on, buddy. Yeah. Put lips on. Beautiful. All right, love you. All right, thank you. I'll see you in the morning. Be ready. All right, let's go. Bring your basketball stuff down, Lincoln. All right, love you. All right. All right. Yeah, man. I can see. Think I can see a reflection on my wall, on the hallway wall, so I can see them coming. See, they know my schedule, like left and right. You know what I mean? So they know when to act. It didn't work out though. Anyways, man. But yeah, as I digress. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Raise your hand. You ain't no real boxing fan if you didn't support Al Haymon's $100 a month. Keep it real. We keeping it real over here. You ain't black if you don't support $100 a month supporting Al Haymon. Man, my man Book is out tonight, man. That's one of my favorite players, man. It's no need for me to watch the game now. I'm gonna watch UCLA and Arizona State. Oh yeah, you ain't black enough. We're gonna get to MLK in a little bit. But you ain't black enough, man, if you don't support Al Haymon. Al Haymon charges $100 a month. Bob Arum charges $7.99. Bob Arum charges $7.99 consistently. Eddie Hearn charges $19.99 plus Eddie plus Anthony Joshua and who else is pay-per-view? Canelo and Anthony Joshua. Oh, we gonna complain about that. Ha ha ha. They going pay-per-view. I'm gonna have some fun tomorrow, man. I'm gonna have some fun. Will black media stand up? Will black media stand up? That's all I'm asking. Be who you say you are. Be who you say you are. Are you going to brag about spending $100 every month to support PBC? Are you going to brag about it? Yeah, nigga, I'm a real nigga. I'm a real nigga. I'm a real hardcore black, pro-black nigga. Yeah. Motherfucker charge me $100. Motherfucker charge me $100. I'm with it. I'm with it. Motherfucker charge me $100. Charge me $100, nigga. But that man from Europe, he charged me boss. He charged me $19.99, boss. Nah, fuck that. I'm streaming that shit, nigga. I'm streaming that shit, nigga. You know what I mean, nigga? You know what I mean? When going pro black fails, you know, I had to learn, you know what I mean? And now I'm here to wake everybody up. Come chill with a nigga. Yeah. Al Haymon was free for all. 2015, free for all. 8 years later, he charged you $100 a month. I don't know who talk like that. I'm making it up. I don't know. I'm sounding like one of them Hotep dudes. You know what I mean? I don't have a Farrakhan cadence. You know what I mean? I got to get my Farrakhan cadence, brother. Hey, brother. You know, brother. You know, brother. We got to love Allah. But y'all send y'all money to Chicago, and I get to fuck all the girls, 19, 20, 21-year-old girls, and have babies with them, brother. You know, I'm a man of God that represents and fights for black people, brother. But we don't own much property, brother. You know what I mean, brother? I got all these women and all these kids, brother. And I didn't marry them, but I had kids. Nah, PBC ain't black owned. Al Haymon owns the contracts, you know. Al Haymon and his business partner, you know. Come chill with him. When hey, if you're following, if you have a leader in your life outside of your mother and your father, you know, maybe your grandfather, maybe a high school coach, or, you know, something like that. Outside of that, in 2023, yeah, you better start questioning yourself. What's their motive? Because this shit isn't. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If I hear a YouTuber saying it's we got to support it because it's a good fight, well, shit, Anthony Joshua Usyk was a good fight, but you complained that it was on pay-per-view when I paid for my subscription. I'm gonna have a black tax then. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just start taxing y'all ignorant motherfuckers. It's $34 to come in alive from this point on. No, it's $7.77. You know why? Because God said 7 was a whole number, and these motherfuckers 7 got the 7-point star and a 5. It's $7.55 because $7 is a whole number. Jesus said 7 days in a week. He 6 days rested on the 7. 5 for the 5 percenters and 5 for the 5 centers. You know what I mean? The 5. You know what I mean? 7. It costs $7.55 to come in the chat. Hey, Fred, how come I can't comment in the chat? Pay me my $7.55. Shit, y'all niggas fall for everything else. You know what I mean? You buy and sell everything else. Shit. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm coming with common sense. You know what I mean? You know, so yeah, man. So that's what I think. In order to get the respect of the people, I gotta trick the people. Yep, VipBox. Yep, go to VipBox. VipBox got all the answers. I gotta fool the people to be respected. And by the way, I have every intention of ordering that trophy. It's so hard to find a trophy, man. I'll be honest, man. It's hard, man. You like, man, what's good enough? What's not good enough? You understand what I'm saying? So bear with me. We're 100% getting a trophy. I spoke to Mr. Haney yesterday, and I told him that Devin won Fighter of the Year in the barbershop. We definitely gonna get it done, but it's hard It's not hard finding a trophy. It's hard choosing a trophy. That's a better word. It's hard choosing a trophy. You know what I mean? Because you want something to reflect. You want something to reflect like us, right? And and you want it to be respectful, and so that's the problem that I'm having. All right, so bear with me, but he will have it by the end of February, right? So yeah, shit, order $100 award belt. See, I don't misappropriate the church's money, man. I feel like, nah, I'm not gonna misappropriate the church's money, y'all. That's one thing I won't do. We got $2,150. I'm not gonna misappropriate. I'm not gonna lie. Nah. And I bet most of y'all forgot about the money. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. Hell no. Y'all sent it in with honesty. So I'm gonna have full transparency. I'll show you the receipts, and y'all can deduct from 2150. That one we'll do it next year until we run out of money. And then I'll start paying for it, So because I feel kind of off a little bit, like having to report to y'all. But I do like the fact that it's us doing it together and y'all actually voted for it. You know what I mean? It does that. Y'all had a say so in it. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we're gonna be spending $100, man. We're gonna be. Hey, I think Caleb Plant, David Benavidez is the best fight of the year thus far. That I've seen scheduled. It's the best fight, hands down. But damn, we got to pay $100 for that fight. I'll be at a fight party though. I'll be at my business partner's house. Excuse me, I'll be at my business partner's mansion, and you know, and I'll be watching. I ain't even talk about. Okay, let me digress and talk about Martin Luther King. I know this is a sensitive topic for the 60 and over crowd. I know it is. I'm not that guy that comes in here and be blasphemous. I only got to be honest with my thoughts, and I'm going to share it with you guys. And honestly, I'm going to probably free a lot of people that have these similar thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? Put the women stuff aside. Most men struggle with being with one woman. I don't even want to go there tonight. But you feel free if you can bring that up as well, if you like. But it's not about that, right? What I want to say is, he says, when this little black boy and little white girl can play together. Why is that a goal? Why is that a goal? Why we just that's the goal. The goal isn't for us to love one another. The goal was for us to be equal to white people. That was the goal. And the more I sit and think about it, I'm like, I don't want the government in my business. I only want to pay my taxes and do what I need to do to protect my last name. I don't understand. Yeah, I know he smokes cigarettes. Oh, he smokes cigarettes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I I've heard Abba Nap. What's his name? I'm not saying it correctly tonight, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He's one of the last men alive. Him and Mr. Young. No, Abernathy just died, right? Mr. Young, Andrew Young is still alive. I think Abernathy passed. Is he still alive? I don't know. I know Mr. Young is still alive. And I get it. I understand it. But I have a hard time wanting help. I have a hard time that being part of one of my prerequisites in life. Abernathy, thank you. I have a hard time with that. I don't want the government. Like, I don't care for the government to be in my life. I want to pay as little taxes as possible. I want to pay what I'm supposed to pay. And I think the world is a better place when the government is not in your business. I think the world is a better place when everyone has free will and is in a free market. But I think when we have these dependencies, I think it shortchanges us. You know what I mean? We got dependencies when the woman knows she can have kids and she knows that she can get WIC. She knows that she can get Section 8. I think it steers us away from what many of us in the chat are, family people. You know, I think we should get back to the core family, man. And that's the one thing I've preached since Lincoln was born, was family. I don't promote celebrityisms, Hollywood lifestyle. Never have, even though I live pretty close to Hollywood. I just never, I always knew that wasn't the way. Even when I didn't have the information, I knew promoting being a celebrity like Deontay Wilder, like I'm just a man just like you. You know, I respect that about Wilder. And I respect the fact, I do respect that he hasn't moved from, even though he owns property here in California, but he lives in Alabama and he's not starstruck by his attention. And but I think we got to get back to family, man. And the older I get, I be having these thoughts, and especially this week too, because you know the homework I did this week was about Martin Luther King with the kids. I don't. What'd you say? I don't only disagree with what Martin did is that you would be able to send your children predominantly to white schools or even live predominantly in a white neighborhood. Hindsight's 50-50. No, it was legal to go to school. Roe versus the Board of Education, right? Or not Roe versus Wade, but I'm drawing a blank. But you guys know where I'm at. Roe versus Wade is adoption. Not adoption, abortion. Right? But you guys know where I'm at. I'm cross blending the two. It's all a frost because why is it the goal to go to school with white kids? Why we just can't go to school? Brown versus the Board of Education. Thank you. Roe versus Wade is abortion. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I think when ultimately we live and you have assets and I have assets, because basically that's what it's about. How can we coexist? We're going to coexist because you have raw goods, I have raw goods, and we're going to trade, right? I think we've fallen in love with proving that we're equal. My Lincoln's coach just died in a car in a fatal man's, I don't know. He was crossing a crosswalk and a car killed him. He's 41 years old. He gave his kidney. I learned at his funeral. He gave his kidney to a parishioner so they can live. You know what that means? That means the man don't drink. The man don't smoke. He drinks his water. He looked like he worked out. He's in tremendous shape. That's what that means. If a man gives his kidney, that means he's willing to commit to living a great life. Because he has to flush his body twice as hard as we have to because we have 2 kidneys. So life ain't fair. We got to get off of this fair shit. Oh, the man makes this amount of money. The woman makes that amount of money. Oh, the white man gets this. The black man gets that. I believe in my heart of hearts, if you create something, you will have greater value on this earth. I'm not saying how much you can sell it for because we fall in love with being consumers. Oh man, if I make this, I can sell this for $1,000 and make $20,000 and flip it and make $40,000. I'm talking about if you, your husband, and your wife and your kids create something, I guarantee you'll fall in love with life. I guarantee it. I don't know how much it'll be worth to the outside world, but it'll be priceless inside your home. We had access to education. All right, what are you not understanding? We had education. We're not talking about slavery. We're talking about 1965. We had access to education. Booker T. Washington in the 1800s created Tuskegee Institute, man. What are we talking about? That's the Martin Luther King that we are so bamboozled and hoodwinked. We gave up our resources. The top black educators are, guess what? They're teaching at Stanford, Harvard, Yale. We want to talk about white flight. We don't talk about black flight enough. Fred, what the fuck are you talking about? The smartest black kid in your community goes to Harvard. Oh, Fred. Oh, you don't want me to talk about that. The most athletic kid in your school, in your city, goes to Duke. Oh, Fred, don't tell the truth tonight. Fred, do not tell the truth tonight. They're extracting resources the same way they extract minerals from Africa. It's the same thing. Fred, don't tell the truth tonight. Please don't tell the truth tonight. Fred, just tell the narrative so these men and women can feel good. Please just tell. Please, God, please don't tell. Are there more? Africa is the only country with the three major. Oh my God. Africa is the only country with all the resources, with every resource, the only continent. What are you talking about? You think we'd have had the resources? What are you talking about? And it's not a what we have is good enough. It's not even a comparison. It's not even a comparison. Do we not understand the realities of this? If the black professors, the black teachers didn't want to teach at the white schools and they taught at their own schools, we would be enough. We would have our own system. And it would work in America because it's free trade. America is a free enterprise. America is willing to sell itself. Oh my God, man. I'm trying to tell us the truth. I'm trying to tell us the truth. I'm trying to tell us the truth. I don't know if we want to hear the truth. Martin Luther King, he said it. Man, because I know my dream has become a nightmare. The man knew he tricked the black people. He knew he tricked it. MLK. I watched this the other day. I'll say this. Martin Luther King was a hell of a speaker, dog. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That motherfucker could speak. Let's play this because I ain't even put the link in for you guys to come in. I'm sorry, but Martin Luther King told you he failed. But let's
much more difficult to one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments, and I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial, and now it must be tempered with a solid realism. And I think the realistic fact is that we still have a long, long way to go, and that we are involved in a war on Asian soil, which, if not checked and stopped,
All right, we can stop
and
there. Let me play
poison
it
to
again.
the soul of our nation. One day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Y'all see the date? Look at the date.
One day live in a
63,
nation
4
where
years
they
later,
will not be judged by the
man
color of
realized
their
he fucked
skin,
up.
but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead. And some
man said everything he's done was a failure. Everything he said was a fail. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? The man realized that JFK and J. Edgar Hoover bamboozled that man. Imagine that shit. Now, I don't know why we afraid to say it in 2023 when Martin Luther King told you out of his fucking mouth 4 years. Let me bring in 561. I got you next, Drew. What's up, 561? 561. Take yourself off mute. I'll bring you back, and then I'll bring Drew in. Go ahead, Drew.
What's happening, Fred?
Hey, how you feel? How you feel?
Oh, good, man. A lot of people, you know, with MLK, they don't like to see the last stuff where he does the reflecting of like, okay, I'm taking inventory of my life's work. Mm-hmm. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And I see like, damn, that integration shit screwed us up. Instead of, you know, he saw the errors of his ways, but, you know, now in this culture we live in, Fred, Americans don't like that accountability part where like, I did something good, I did something bad. Like, how do I navigate through that? Because it's not always going to be, you're not always going to be a success. You're going to fail.
Right.
We fail till we reach that top, and then we find something else to conquer. And I think the media got too wrapped up in, it feels good to tell MLK's story that there's no flaws in it, that the man's not layered and realizes like, damn, I could have did this, and this right. But then, like, when he started having different speeches, Fred, when he started talking a little different and trying to go against what was deemed like his type of rhetoric, that's when it became a problem.
Yeah, definitely became a problem. And the fact that millions of people dove into and believed him. And if you guys really, really want to know something, what's up, Dr. Phil? I got you in a sec. Is Rosa Parks stopped believing in Martin Luther King. She linked on more Malcolm. She was actually present when Malcolm X gave the Ballad of the Bullet speech in Detroit, 1964, December of 64. So she put the civil rights movement, is it called the civil rights movement? Yeah, the civil rights movement to the lady that RIP'd it and said, you know what? I think us building our own is the solution. And I'm going to give you guys another hard truth. Kanye West was right. I can do a video on it and show you guys the data. I mean, show you guys the firsthand accounts. Rosa Parks was a plant when he said that. Rosa Parks' husband worked for the NAACP, who founders of the NAACP is white. And Claudette Colvin, see if I remember the story. Claudette Colvin, y'all Google Claudette Colvin. Colvin, Colvin. Everybody Google that right now. Open up a window. And in March of that year, whatever that year was, 54, 55, 57, somewhere in there, she said she had just got out of Black History Month and she was not giving up her seat. They didn't use her. Why didn't they use her? Because she was a 15-year-old dark-skinned pregnant woman. She says this in her interviews. And she said they use Rosa Parks because she was easy to promote. She was easy to cross the line. And they used her for the Montgomery bus boycott. Was that 57? And I know it ended in December, a year and like a couple of days after that. But yeah, and go everyone Google Claudette Colvin and come back Sunday, and y'all gonna realize that damn how these history books played us to the T. And I do believe they had great intentions. I'm not saying they did this with malice in their heart, like murder, right? What I'm saying is the plan was spearheaded by an organization bigger than us. And it's the sad truth. That's why the Nation of Islam, they got contracts to speak in our jails, to keep that rhetoric going. And it's sad when you hear that woman's interview and she tells you, I was Rosa Parks, and Rosa Parks intentionally sat on that bus and didn't give up her seat. It was planned. It was planned for Rosa Parks to go to jail. So we'll bring it back. 561, you ready? 561, you ready? Let me kick this other Drew out, and I got you, right? 561, you ready?
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was speaking earlier, but I guess not.
You was on mute. You was on mute,
I
bro.
was on mute. Yeah. I was just saying I don't necessarily disagree with anything that you're saying, but specifically to the point of what I was saying, the resources. That was me talking about.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Talking about resources. If you're the number one recruit, blue chip prospect in basketball, football, or baseball, any sport, why would you go to Tuskegee? You know what I mean? Why, like, you know, why would you do that? You know, if you're the number one, if you're the valedictorian with the all-time highest GPA in every one of your STEM courses, AP everything, valedictorian, class president, all the accolades,
right?
Would you go to Tuskegee? And why would you do that if MIT is going to give you a full ride and a big ass check to where you're good to go? Why would you?
I would say this: we're 100 years in the making, and so us allowing them to extract the resources, which is our.
I understand that.
So we're 100 years behind. So in order for us to, don't go nowhere, Doc. Don't go nowhere. You're next, Doc. In order for us, because I think your opinion is important. What we got to understand is your life isn't validated by MIT. It's validated by the long form of life. And I think we have difficulty really understanding that. MIT versus Tuskegee isn't the comparison or competition in your head. It's how can my resources stay as close to us as possible. And us can be, you may be adopted, so you may not have this, but I have a blended family, so
okay,
I may not be, but your job is your right to have. How can I keep these resources to me as close to my last name as possible?
Sometimes you have to go and seek other resources to enable that, right? You got to build Voltron.
No, and that's family. Voltron is family. So what I'm saying is now is 100 years in, I don't think it's about race on the first floor. We never get past the first floor.
Oh, now you hit the nail. You're hitting the nail on the head, and that's a whole nother conversation that it's going to take away. Like you're right,
Fred.
You're right.
It's about race in the lobby, not even the first floor to get into the get into the game.
Yeah, right. Because we all had to grow out the race conversation on some level, whether you were anti-black, pro-black, pro-Hispanic, anti-Hispanic. Fuck gangs, SA black. We all had to outgrow it on some level. And I think it's about resources. It's about family. How can the Hawthorns keep my resources so it can get to Lincoln's kids?
Educating them on how to preserve, increase, and that might not be, that's through, through relationship building,
right?
And sometimes that you can't reach your apex of that without getting away from the race thing. And being a kid born in 77 to a Black father from the south side of Chicago, Inglewood, where all of that OTF stuff, all that stuff is going on. My dad is from there, Jeff Fort Hoover. He was one of the kids that they recruited. But anyway, and a mother that comes from slave country in a small town, Lincolnton, Georgia. Just to give you a point of reference, you would know Garrison Hearst. You're from Cali.
Yeah.
Garrison Hearst went to high school, Lincoln County. He's a Lincoln County Red Devil. He was the Herschel Walker. Ended up going to Georgia. He was the shit. You know Garrison. Mm-hmm. So that's my makeup. Mm-hmm. So, and being born in 77. So all the race shit, yeah. You know what I mean? That's something that I had to. And the funny thing about it, I'm going to tell you something funny. My parents sent me, and they couldn't really afford it, but they sacrificed, and I loved them for that. But they sent me to private schools, man, where quite a few of them, a couple of them, I was the only, I was one of 12 Black kids. But the thing is, the Black kids that were there, their parents picked them up in Mercedes and shit. You know what I'm saying? They were, whether they had good jobs working post office or military or whatever it was, they would have been considered middle class, you know what I mean? The Jet magazine family shit going on. I wasn't that, you know what I mean? So that created some sort of resentment there. I was smart as shit. I was bad as shit too. You know what I mean? But all my teachers, they doted on me. You know what I mean? I was bad as shit. You know what I mean? But I always had the highest grades too. Mm-hmm. So I definitely, coming from Augusta, Georgia, that's where I'm from. Right. So I get that. But back to relationship building, it's in order to do that, because getting back to resources, and sometimes to do what you're saying that you want your children to be able to do, how do you keep your resource? Sometimes you need to go somewhere else and acquire other resources, and you are not going to be able to do that if you're always looking at everybody as the enemy. And that is a bitter fucking pill to swallow, really, man. That is some bitter shit, because it requires an unlearning, Fred, of everything that we were taught, man.
Unlearning, I agree.
So I mean, but yeah, I mean, so that's why I'm saying, now they don't have the resources. I mean, the labs, the facilities, the infrastructure. Deion Sanders. I'm not going to jack the whole conversation, but Deion Sanders, everybody, he was trying to tell you that shit. He went and showed you and did it, but he's like, man, look at these shit. And these niggas stole my fucking jewelry, bro. And y'all niggas looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm bouncing? Man, y'all see this bullshit? I don't got to deal with this shit. I'm already rich. I'm coming here to help y'all motherfuckers.
Exactly. He didn't even go there to make money. He was making more.
I'm trying to help you, stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, I was so smart. He was making more with the Barstool deal than coaching.
And he gonna make even more off the Barstool deal as a buff than he was at Jackson State. Shit, nobody gave a fuck about Jackson State. Tell the truth. Nobody
cared about there till Deion got there.
Nobody gave a fuck about Jackson State football. And nobody gave a fuck about that shit.
The greatest running back in history went there.
Walter Payton.
It has such irony, you know what I mean?
Right.
People,
Right. So
you make great points. And but here's another thing that we're omitting is Deion Sanders got all his kids at Colorado. I would do the same thing. So, for example, Lincoln is going to be first, right? At most things between Lincoln and Kennedy because of the age, 3 years age difference, right? If Lincoln gets some sort of, he has an incredible talent and he gets a free scholarship, I'm negotiating Kennedy's scholarship the same time I'm negotiating Lincolns.
That's and Fred, what you're talking about, that's the logical thing to do. The problem in our communities, both black and brown, is collectively people talk down against nepotism.
Nepotism is the best shit ever.
That's what it is.
Find me a logical father that doesn't want to leave his children and his grandchildren better off than him.
Right.
That's what we all want to do.
Right.
The difference between the Waltons and your family right now, Fred, is just they had it longer.
Right. Right.
What is your Fred? You're not going to be here, but what's your great grandson going to be doing? Exactly.
Right.
Well, they say was, and I may be quoting it wrong, but you said it before, Fred. What is it? Tough times create strong men.
Yeah.
Strong men create easy, simpler times.
Yeah.
Simpler times create weak men, and now you got to do the shit all over again.
Yep. Yeah.
That's our nature as Homo sapiens.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And you guys are preaching. Are really preaching to the conversations that we're afraid to have. They don't want us to have nepotism because they don't want us to have a legacy. They don't want us to have third generational, all educated, all wealthy, independent. I own the liquor store, or I own the supermarket. You own the car dealership. They don't want that. They don't want to make it micro. They want it to be macro. Honda dealership. No, the Hawthorne dealership, the Andrews supermarket. You understand?
Well, without anything but if everyone is in business, how can your business stay afloat?
If everyone's in business?
If everyone is in business and there's no one.
It's easy because I'm not in business with everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone's got to have the.
He just made.
You're still gonna have I get that.
That's natural. But like, if I got X business, I still need to go to the dry cleaner.
Now, within the family, the sharing of resources, yeah, you're supposed to keep the money in the family. And you know what? But here's again, getting back to that unlearning. That shit is a chess game. Doing business with your own family, and that's a whole nother conversation. Sometimes that ain't the best way to do things. If you're talking about keeping your resources, and who is the they that and the us? I mean, if the they is whoever you say they are you saying us is only the black and the brown? I mean, is that what he's saying? Like, I don't, I can't think that way either.
Yeah,
I can't think that way either because really anything that I realistically aspire to be, there's nobody that can stop me from doing that at this point.
And that's the pivotal thing when, like, me and Fred were talking about the other show, like when a man is focused and driven, he doesn't worry about, oh, the system's out me or this or that. Like, no, I got to go. I'm going to be relentless and go for it. That's it.
That's it. And if you have, and I was telling somebody the other day, man, if you, and I stole this from Fred, I heard him say it one night. You are a weak ass dude if you are broken and you won't do what's required to fix yourself. Boy, you weak as hell.
Yeah.
You are weak. You are fucking weak. And that was some real shit, bro. You know, it's one thing to not know, but deep down inside, everybody knows. You know what the fuck will fix you. You know what'll fix you.
I agree.
And the funny thing, I'm getting ready to get my PhD in history, and because I like history a lot. The one thing that's proven is this shit is cyclical. Men conquer other men. Someone will always have more. Someone will always have less. It's the men that have less that build themselves up to get to the top. And then just goes in a cycle.
Yeah. Right. No, you're absolutely right. And it's
You say it all the time, Fred. You was broke. You live in your car. Look where you at now.
2 years. I lived in the car for 2 years, dog. Imagine being a school dog. Y'all don't understand. I never felt humbled or anything. Like I just thought that's what I needed to do. Imagine sleeping in your car at a LA Fitness parking lot. You got to.
It was what it was. It was what it was.
4:30, they cut the lights on. Fred works out, take a shower. I'm at school at 7:15, telling these young kids to believe in themselves. They can, if you stay fast. Meanwhile, I'm sleeping in a car.
Hey.
Can you believe that shit for 2 years?
Hey. I wonder how many people. Didn't know that.
I slept in the office when I was in my senior year at USC. I had to sleep in my car, and I slept in my office on campus for the whole year and a half. I'm like, what's the point of wasting that money?
Wow.
You know, I could just save it or use something else with it. It's just hard. We got to the point where we don't want to sacrifice for success.
Sacrifice.
It takes a lot of no's and a lot of like hard times before you get to that pinnacle.
Yeah, and if you want to get there, you will do it. It's just sad to see men wait until the fire dims for them to get going. And I see that all the time, you know, because the odds that you'll see it through the completion become significantly lower. I mean, it's just like boxing. It's just like boxing, bro. And I'm not going to call any names, you know what I mean? But I'm sure we can think of a couple of guys in the sport that, you know, they had it in their prime and later. And now, yeah, we love you, dog. We pulling for you. We seeing that you look good and all that shit. But the odds are, dog, you.
All right, we lost you. We lost you, 561. Come back in. Go ahead, Kyle. While we trying, man, come back in so you can have a link. Go ahead, dog.
Fred, bro.
Yes.
Are they charging $100 for this pay-per-view for real?
Well, $80 plus your Showtime subscription, so it's $100 a month.
So wait. So they putting that David Benavidez plant on pay-per-view?
For sure.
Yeah, you know they is.
Why would they give that to you for free?
There's a clip, Kyle, where Samson's Lupkowitz is saying, "You want my A fighter versus Caleb? You're gonna have to pay."
And then next we got Tank and Ryan. Then the next one is gonna be
Wilder Ruiz
or Spence and Thurman, and then we'll figure out the fall.
And then Kyle, in between that, you got Canelo, and then you got Devin Haney, Loma.
Yeah. It's just insane. Boxing's too expensive. It's too expensive. I'm watching UCLA, Arizona State for free right now. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, we need eggs right now.
Go lay down.
Yeah.
Go lay down.
Now, if you told me I got to pay for Fulton and Inoue, I'd happily pay for that.
Yeah.
I'm glad the little bit of the bullying got to Stephen. Like he didn't like that in the Twitter streets and in the streets. They're like, come on, like just take the fight.
And I heard that he didn't. Al Haymon didn't broker that deal.
No, Mr. Honda. It's not even Bob. It's Mr. Honda checking. What I heard was he was going I guess he listened to the show for he was going to air out Al and his grievances. Like, nah, man. Yeah. Because Fred, they're saying he's going to get $3 million, and if it's a rematch clause.
Wow, I'm gonna call for. I won't be having time, man, because maybe
they're gonna split $8 million pot.
Are they for real?
Yeah. So Inouye's gonna get like 4 and some change. Fulton's gonna get something because Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime's exclusive Inoue. That's their distributor in Japan because Amazon's breaking into there. And then Amazon just did a deal with DAZN today. So DAZN's going to be on the Amazon Prime app to get part of the package.
Wow. Yo.
The baby keeps coming down here.
That is.
I can get everybody else going. Hey.
Go ahead. I'm going to mute you. Come in, Kyle, when you're ready to speak. But the fact that Inoue was kind enough to give this man $3 million out of 8, man, when he bringing everything to the table, but outside of the belts, nobody from America is going to that fight besides his team. What?
He giving him more of a guarantee than Tank give his opponents.
God. Damn. No way he giving that man $3 million. I would have said, man, take 1.5, 2, take it or leave it. I respect him, but
I'm glad Stevie's going like breaking out the passport. That's good for him.
That's great for everybody. Everybody. Hopefully Wilder does it. Wilder, if you can hear me. Go get that $10 or $15 million per fight overseas. It's waiting on you. Go get it. Man, there was Europeans who paid top dollar to see Deontay Wilder.
Fred, all Deontay got to do is go to one of them. He messed up not going to any of those fights in Saudi. Just over there, like they're gonna see him like, oh, we want your fight over here. Come on, who it is?
Yeah, Saudi would just.
There's
no telling what Saudi would do. It's no telling.
Listen,
yeah,
25 million. They offered 25 million to Dev for that lumber fight.
Who?
Saudi Arabia offered Dev 25 million. Remember I told you, I mean Dubai.
Total, 25 total.
25 million.
Total, like the total pot.
I don't give a damn what it is, nigga. It's 25 million.
I'm asking.
No, I think what it was, they offered to buy the rights to the fight.
They did?
And here's a flat fee of 12. That's how they do it over there, Saudi, Fred. If you look at all their fights, they want to buy the rights to the fight so they can flip the TV rights. So they'll overpay a little bit. So that's why they gave Usyk and AJ for the rematch 50 mil each, plus the upside of like the sponsorship.
Right.
But I don't think Bob Arum. I don't think Bob Arum wants to do that because he has no control. It's just you just send the fighters over there and we see whatever TV distributor pays the most to broadcast it. That's who it is.
No, it still got partners. No, it still has to be. ESPN still got to be involved. Though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Saudi don't do business like that. Saudi we either buy the rights to the whole event and we sell it off, or no money.
But they got to get.
I don't know because the zone is different than.
I'm not. It's not the zone. AJ's fight wasn't on the zone for Saudi. It was on Sky Sports over there. It did 1.2 million because Saudi Arabia, they bought the fight. We're going to give you X amount of dollars, Matchroom. But we get to sell the content.
But they'll sell it back to America. They'll sell it back to ESPN.
They'll sell it back to the highest bidder.
Right.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. And it's so it'll come off as profitable. But it's just, man. Whew.
Yeah, they offered Dev 25 million. I don't know if it's for the whole, but for each.
Where'd you hear that? Just from your sources, or?
Yeah, from my source.
Oh, I thought it was an article.
Source. No, I gotta, you know, we got sources out here, man.
Okay, got you. I'm happy.
But seeing all this though, Fred, I don't feel bad, but I feel bad for Jamal. Jamal's lost out on so much money. Jamal who? Charlo. He's lost out on so much money.
Oh, that's the them Al Haymon checks. They bouncing now, baby. They bouncing like Gonzaga. Motherfucker done lost. They lost to LMU tonight. Yeah, they bouncing, baby. And it's awful. It's awful, man, because everybody talking this pro-black shit, but ain't no one talking about how many families Al Haymon done destroyed with his greed. That motherfucker greedy, man. Greedy. Oh, he ain't taking money out my check. He's using you to pull money off the hedge fund. Man, selfish motherfucker, man. So all he wanted to do was wash that money like a drug dealer. That's it. Ain't no different. But yeah, man, I'm glad Stevie Fulton's going to get that money. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he filed a grievance with Al Haymon. I'm so happy. Hopefully that.
What happened? What you mean he did? What you mean by that?
Filed his grievance. Like it's like you and I disagree, and you and I come to a settlement. It's a grievance
because he's not like Al Haymon's not handling his fiduciary duty to Stevie Fulton.
Yeah, right. So
this man is offering me life-changing money, time like 5-6 times what you paying me, and I can't go over there and get it.
Yeah, and y'all better put some respect on No Way's name. This motherfucker coming up to the division say, "I'm fighting you first." No tune up, no nothing. Y'all gonna put some respect on the Noah.
I mean, he getting his ass whooped though, Fred. It don't matter what he do.
No, it's not
I got money. I might even go to that fight. I checked the tickets today. They're like first class right now is like $1,800.
That's cheap.
Right now, yeah.
That's cheap as hell. So I would fly round trip 1,800. Shit. Me and Dre fight over that all the time. She want to go to Europe this summer. I'm like, shit. I ain't never paid $10,000 for like, for $10,000. That shit.
Hell no. When I went in for the AJ Usyk fight, it was $3,200.
Yeah. Well, we going with 4 people, so it's 10,000. You know
what
I mean?
No,
so,
the flights are expensive right now.
Yeah, so that shit, my heart skipped a beat, man. I'm like, I ain't never paid 10,000.
So he not with Haymon no more?
No, he did the deal on his own. I don't know if he's gonna be with Al Haymon when the fight is over. I don't know, but hopefully that guy YMS, YSM, Y something. Hopefully he gets an interview with Stevie Fulton and he can explain.
Oh, you talking about Mel?
I don't know him. I don't even know what he looks like.
Yeah, I know him.
Okay, but getting back to the no way. I mean, he may win or lose. I'm just saying the fact that this man says, "Come to my country, I'm going to fight the best fighter," and he got caught up in that black shit. No way ain't said nothing about race since it. He ain't say shit. Matter of fact, I think y'all pro-black Negro should be praising him because he spoke out when Floyd got disrespected. So at the end of the day, man, in no way ain't on that black time. He ain't Eddie Hearn's father. He ain't other people that said shit. This man is just a good fighter. I think he's a top 5 pound for pound fighter. And honestly, if Usyk loses to Fury, the winner of this fight could possibly be the pound for pound best fighter in the world. Shit, I mean, I'm
no. I got the win. If Stevie win, I put him at 2. If Usyk beat Fury.
No, I'm saying if Usyk loses to Fury, the winner of this fight is probably the best fighter in the world.
Probably.
Yeah,
most likely. I can't make an argument for anybody else because that's the best competition.
Man, that's insane. Or if y'all want to see boxing, I mean, shit, man, I'm gonna introduce boxing to Dre's family. I'm like, hey, the best fighter in the world is Japanese. Do y'all know that? I might be. I ain't never watched a fight with all Asians.
If this fight goes, if it gets official the way it's supposed to, they're gonna have Shohei Ohtani over there, Fred.
Yeah, right. Oh, they're gonna put on a show. It's gonna be like Mike Tyson when he went to go see the Kings and the Queens and.
Yep. If Stevie plays this right and goes over there, just talk your shit like respectfully, but still embrace the culture and do your thing. This is huge for your brand globally.
Huge. That's an understatement. He ain't got no disrespect to Stevie Fulton. He don't have a fan base per se. He has support. He got support that people from that will drive 90 miles to go see him fight in Brooklyn and all that stuff. But he gonna have real fans. If he goes
win or lose, he's gonna have a fan base. But I think this will wake up. He's gonna come back, Fred, and they're gonna see like, damn, he got paid, and all the other dudes gonna be like, Al, what's up, Al?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm
because Wilder should, like you said, Wilder should have been fought in Europe.
Wilder should
a couple times.
Wilder. Oh my gosh.
What, Fred? If Don King was in his prime and had Wilder right now, Wilder would be huge.
He will be much bigger than what he was.
Wilder would have broke. Floyd wouldn't have had pay-per-view records if Don King had a Wilder right now.
Let's keep it a buck. If Bob Arum had Wilder, I'm not saying he would have got paid more, but fighting on that ESPN tag, he would have been bigger. I'm not sure what the money. Bob is a cheap motherfucker. I'm not saying he would have made more money. I'm talking about brand-wise, international. Man, shit.
Don King would have had him fighting all over the world. Tokyo, Africa, the Middle East. Like Don was the first one really doing that.
Yeah, and Bob Arum followed suit because he had to.
Where was that fight? That because Tyson fought. How many times did Tyson fight in Asia? He fought a couple times in Asia.
I just remember one. Did he fight more than one in Asia?
I think he fought more than once.
Oh, okay.
We just got to figure out how he gonna make it out the country after he beat this nigga.
he's a rock star. No, he's going to the country to be celebrated. Them motherfuckers don't hate him.
Nah, if you look at those fight cards over, they don't even stand up and cheer during the. They're very quiet. Those fights there are quiet with 20,000 in arena.
Yeah, I heard someone talking about that. They said it was really weird. What's up? It's ice season. What's up, man? And
they clean up their trash after they leave the arena. They don't leave it for like the concession people to clean up.
That's beautiful. I always wonder why we never did that.
They have that. Well, I wish we had a little bit more decorum in class over here, Fred.
Yeah, we don't, man. The motherfuckers rolling dice at Tank Davis. Someone, I heard someone. I can't disclose the name because it's one of my sources. He said he went to the. He said he was scared shit. He's a non-black dude. He was scared shitless.
Was it Jerry?
No, this past fight. He said, man, no, not Jerry. I ain't spoke to Jerry since my phone's died, man. Jerry, we need you to find the phone, man, so you can beam in. We miss you over here.
Viva la Mexico.
What's up, Max? What you got, big homie?
What's up? Hey, man, I saw your topic. I saw your story, first of all, about the basketball game shit. And I totally agree with you, man. That is some fucking bullshit. About the twerking shit at the kids. Yeah. Crazy, right? Because I've had it ever since my daughter was born. I let her mom know she ain't never doing cheerleading because of the culture of cheerleading, right? And when she was about 6, 7, we got her in the one where everybody make the team and it's still kind of young. And I'm like, all right, let her get it out of her system. Say she did it once, all right? I fought as hard as I could. Man, the fucking homecoming game, the halftime little shindig, they had put some song on there saying something like, come on, baby, come over in the backseat of my Rover or some shit. And my daughter's like 6, dancing this shit. Man, I cussed her fucking coach out so bad. Why the fuck would you pick this song for 6, 7-year-old or kids in general? Why would this be part of your fucking pump up the jam type music? It was crazy, bro. They don't give a fuck out here. And most parents don't say shit either. They might have a problem and say it amongst other parents, but no one really goes directly to the source and says
shit. Man, that's insane, man. And you know they prayed before the game. They did this. And they said, we pray for good sportsmanship, everyone get home safe. And then the girl said, yada, yada, yada. I said,
what?
I was telling my boy Trent, because we go support his son every chance we get. And I said, this is like child pornography.
Softcore, yeah.
This is legal child pornography. I said, I feel disgusted. And then only got 30 seconds. Like I said, nah, fuck this. I'm going to record this and I'm going to tag the school and I'm going to call them tomorrow because this is bullshit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm going to call back tomorrow or Monday and I'm going to record the conversation on this because it's
Yeah, when I saw my daughter up, I let her coach know the first day, look, my daughter's not wearing no fucking makeup. She's not gonna be twisting her hips, working her ass, doing all that shit. If it's pop, little pop lock shit, that's cool. Keep it kidly. She's 6, 7. Like she, you know what I mean? Like, and she agreed. And for the most part, the dancing was on point. But the song they chose, I was like, backseat of my fucking Rover. The fuck type of bullshit is this? I was hot. Everybody was telling me to chill out. I was like, nah, y'all need to rile up. What the fuck? You telling me to calm down? Yeah. What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah,
no.
I can't. But it shows you the America we live in that it's you're gonna get people to disagree with it.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with Old Navy. I've been boycotting Old Navy for like over 10 years because when my daughter was about 3, 4, I was looking for a little bathing suit, teach her how to swim, and all Old Navy had was bikinis in toddler sizes, 3T, 4T, 5T bikinis.
Right.
So it's like, it's the same shit. It's like, but nobody holds on to account. No one says, yo, what the fuck is this crazy shit? Everyone just goes, well, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. Okay, just do something about it. It shouldn't even be there.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's I'm gonna make a big fuss about it because I would be ashamed if I'm a dad and I see my daughter twerking the body out of it.
Bruh. I might have went on the half court. I might have
No, that's a no-brainer for me. That's a no-brainer. I'm like, come here, Kennedy. Hold my hand, beautiful. Come on, we're leaving.
Yeah.
And I would have, man, backseat of my road. It's like an R. Kelly song. Honk, honk, beat, beat. But it's, man, true.
Yeah.
I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't play at all. I don't even play that music around my kids. My kids don't even know who Meg Thee Stallion is.
As they shouldn't.
They don't. Didn't you know?
No, that's a white people song. We ain't never getting older. Yeah, that's the white people song right there.
Oh, that Backseat of My Rover shit?
Yeah. That was a white folk song.
Shit was trash.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad. I'm glad someone and the men got to do it. See, that's the difference. The men got to fucking grab their daughters. The fathers got to grab their daughters.
Yep.
So important that we be that strength, that masculinity, that line, that force field. Nah, you ain't. And people think it's about strength. I can beat you up. No, it's not about that. It's about integrity. That integrity line, dog. As he got a pimp as his thing. Like now I'm talking to a pimp now. All right, come on. Now we got to change the subject now. But the point I'm making is
no, that's the hater's ball. Right? That's Dave Chappelle.
It's still a pimp.
Nah, player hater.
No, he's a hater, man. He's a player hater.
Still like a pimp. I'm making a point to make a point. But the
now you're looking at a pimp.
But the point I want to say, the parents got to be that force field, man. Got to be that force field, yo. And if we're not that force field, then guess what?
The single mom's gonna hype it up. She listens to that song when she get ready and put on her fake lashes every day. So the single mother's gonna be like, "Look at my baby." You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to be outraged, man. You got to let them feel you. You know what I'm saying? You not enough influence, Fred. You know some people that know some people. You can make some calls.
No, I'm definitely. Oh, I called today, and I didn't have a chance to speak with him. I left him a message. I learned today that screen recording doesn't record my voice.
You have to put the option on the mic.
Really?
Yeah, there's an option if it's just media, and then you can do media and mic, and it'll record what you're saying also.
Really?
At least on my phone it do. I got a Samsung Galaxy.
So let's see. No, it does say screen recording stop something. Do I got settings?
Maybe go on my shit. Every time I press it, it asks me every time beforehand. Do I want no audio? Yeah. There should be an option though to get yours too.
You got a 13 or what you got?
No, I got a Galaxy S22.
Oh, Galaxy. Okay, I got a 13. So.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's an option though. You might want to Google it, but if you set the setting, it might stay that way until you reset it.
I'll YouTube it. I thank you for that. I'll YouTube it. But we definitely got to draw the line, man. So are you in on Al Haymon charging $100 a month for pay-per-view subscriptions? Well, you get it free at work. You get it free at home. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I got a Fire Stick. I'm good.
I know, but for real, I'm not being sarcastic. How much weed can you buy with $100?
Like a half ounce.
How much is a half ounce? I don't like how many.
Like 14 grams. I mean, probably get 14 blunts, 14 joints.
14 joints? That's a lot.
Maybe 10 to 14, depending on how much you roll it.
Shit, that's a lot.
It's a good amount.
Yeah, that's like a week worth of. That's like a week worth, right?
That might be a zip though. In some cases, though.
I mean, for 100, it's not gonna be good weed, but yeah, you get. You get twice as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for sure.
I just think it's the same. What's up, Mr. Henderson?
What's good, Joe? What's good, Joe?
Nah, we chilling, dog.
Yeah, damn, Max, you can get a half zip for 100.
Yeah, some fire.
Yeah, in Cali.
In Cali, yeah.
Is it the fire or the liar?
That's the fire. I mean, the liar, you get that whole zip, the whole zip for sure. But
hey, Fred, I just wanted to say I appreciate you, man, because I looked into that. I still don't understand what you were talking about with that 13%, but I did look into the equity, being able to draw the equity out of out of my home as an asset. And I appreciate that. That's fuck, I can't even put a value on that information.
Yeah, just don't over leverage yourself. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? You got to find the property when you pull out, find the property where you can make the mortgage payment and the money you're making probably will pay for the loan that you took out from your equity and the mortgage payment on your new property. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And every time you pull out, it has to be for an asset. Your assets pay for your bullshit. You know what I mean? You got to get in the habit of, no, I don't smoke weed, Midas. You got to get in the habit, that mindset. You know what I mean? You only pull out loans and shit for assets. And your assets pay for your bullshit. So you want to smoke weed, you want to get, if you chase pussy, you know what I mean? You like going to Vegas once every quarter, whatever you want, you know? So, yeah. And you'll win that way. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
As soon as I'm ready to buy some property, I'm coming your way, Fred.
Yeah, it's hopefully sooner than later. 2023, we on assets, man. We getting in shape and we getting assets, man. You know what I mean?
Fred, you doing the same thing with your buildings?
Yeah.
You pulling the equity for your building?
Yeah, that's what I said. Once you do it one time, it's a wrap. I don't over leverage myself. So I'm very comfortable with getting one building a year. Now, if I see a deal I can't pass up, I'll do it. But one building a year now is really, or two buildings every 3 years is probably what I do. You get what I'm saying? So on average. And it just takes care of itself. Only thing, I just manage them, you know, but I'm really good now at picking my tenants. You know what I mean? Like 3 kids, nah, you can't. I can't rent to a person with 3 kids. You're gonna be you're gonna be unclogging. Not that they bad. You're gonna be unclogging drains. You're gonna have to redo the carpets every 4 years, and especially if they Section 8. Shit, you got to replace that carpet every 3 years with 3 kids. You know, and the water high. They gonna break all the knobs on the damn on the drawers. Oh, it's nah. So
Fred, so you're Section 8.
Old people.
You're Section 8 in your
no, you don't have to be. You don't have no. I rent to everybody, but I'm saying that if you go to Section 8 route, or even a free market person, you know, I would never rent to a person with I'm saying, like, the barometer for renting, there's a scale, you know, A1, you know, you got A1 paper, you know what I mean? You got A1, whatever y'all say.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing with property. Preferably you want a single person. Preferably you would want like a single male, because the male knows how to turn on the water heater if it goes out. You know, they know how to reset their sockets, go cut the damn. There are women that don't even know. All you got to do is just reset the breaker. You get what I'm saying? Like you understand what I'm saying? So men know, like men subconsciously know not to park their car in a bad spot. Women will park their car anywhere. And it's just real subtle things that when you own property, these are the only things that you can, if you have property, you understand. You understand what I'm saying? So it is.
Hey Fred, you didn't know that? I just saw that Floyd got an exhibition now in London.
Yeah,
he just announced it.
I saw that.
He's more active than all the whole PBC roster. He said, "Screw Al, I'm gonna get that bag over there."
Oh man, yeah. Floyd is
Floyd got shit to pay for. He ain't got time to be waiting on Al.
Yeah, it is. You said it better than I did. Man. He got a lot of shit to pay for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Floyd out there getting that bag, $3, $5, $10 million at a time. You know, so you know he ain't making the money he once did, but he working. That motherfucker working, man. And he gonna do what he do until he can't do it no more. And he know Al Haymon in trouble. He know Al Haymon is, yeah. But it's all gonna make sense when Stevie Fulton come out. Adrian, what they gonna say? Are they gonna come in here and apologize? Are they gonna come in here and apologize?
I don't even need they. What I need is Anthony.
Oh yeah,
Oh, he was on the boxing voice. The boxing voice shut him down too with his nonsense the other day. I was laughing.
So I did see that, but I don't know if it's consistent over there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that he understands. But he does it on purpose though. At this point, you know what I mean?
Oh no, Fred. No, he's not doing it on purpose.
He's not.
No. It's ingrained in him. He's a car salesman. It's just a part of his natural vernacular at this point. Yeah, it's just a part. But shout out to Ant. That's not a shot. I'm in the sales world. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Right. So, but it is what it is, man. And yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be.
I mean, it's sad though, really. It's sad.
It's
It's
sad.
It's sad. Really.
Yeah, it's really sad, and it's really sad that men don't stand up and go get their daughters from 15-year-old daughters from twerking in front of grown men. You know what I mean?
Man, my daughter would never, Fred. She already know I'm coming.
Right.
She already know. She would never not. Well, let's say I would hope she would never, Like I do what I can to instill some self-respect, provide the perspective from a man in a safe way, right? For a child to receive and be able to digest that information. And I just hope for the best. But that twerking in front of men, that would never happen.
I don't even go in my tenant's place if the kids are home, male or female. I won't even go in their house. I'm not. When is your mom says she'll be home at 3. Oh, she's running late. She'll be back at 4. Okay, well, tell her I'll be back tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? Because I'm not fixing nothing with a 13-year-old boy or girl in there. And I don't have any incidents or nothing like that. But I mean, in 10 years, 15 years, I think I got a clean ass. I've never had no one call on me or nothing like that. But because they look for shit, the city get excited when you get a motherfucking slumlord or a motherfucking that's abusive or, that sexual misconduct and shit. Nah, they salivate. You going in the paper, you do some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Nah, they salivate. Dana Jones, what's up, man? When I owned my HVAC company and I had to run a service call, I was 175. Call was 175 and 325 after 7 p.m. I love women who own their homes and don't know nothing. Exactly. Thank you. You proved my point. Dog, I go sometimes to relight a pilot. I says, God.
You lying.
Man, I can't make this shit up. Light a pilot. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Do you hear this? Tick, 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 tick. And I sent him a YouTube video. Here, this is the exact pilot. Okay, did you push this button? Okay, and then you know what I mean? So they've gotten better. So now, I learned. So now when you do your walkthrough, when you rent, you go through everything. This is how you light your pilot. This is the water cutoff valve in the front of the building. You go around back. This is how you reset your electricity and so on and so forth. So this is the stuff that I teach them now when they're coming in, and whether it's, and it makes life easy. I say, you don't call me for this. Okay. So it's but that's what happens when you rent to single women. It happens. I'm telling you, it happens. You know what I mean? And that's just it, man. So, but it's sad. It's sad, but it's also because the lack of men in our community, that these women are not even prepared to actually rent on their own.
Sound like a lack of fathers, though, right?
Yeah. And then that's a whole nother conversation that I'm going to have, because I got 2 vacancies coming up in March and April. I'm just waiting on them to they say they leaving. So you're creating kids, and the working class people gonna take care of them. Like, so for example, a single parent with 2 kids, single mother, not parent, single mother with 2 kids, the father is not around. That's stress on the YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, after school program, because the mom has to work. That's extra stress on them. And now I got to choose between the worst candidates. Single mother, 2 kids. I'm going to show you these applications. I'm going to show you these applications. Credit score 450, 471, 501, $1,300 in a savings account. They make $2,600 a month. Rent is $1,800, $2,000, and it's such a shortage out here. It's such a shortage. Like, it's not enough units out here because every year it's increasing every year, and so a lot of women are unprepared to rent. So now I have to choose the best candidate out of the least qualified. You understand what? And that's just the reality of it. And it comes from a lack of her father, and the lack of her choosing the person to share her wound with. That's why you got to get married. You got to get married, man. That's why I said we got a baby daddy syndrome. And what's the effect of a baby daddy syndrome? Women raising kids. Women raising kids. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's landlords coming out the light pilots.
Right. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? And it's just sad. It's just sad. And it is what it is, man. And I do my best. And I've actually been an A1 landlord. You know, out of all my tenants, I've never had a complaint. You know what I mean? You get differences. You get differences in terms of the expectations and but clean record with Section 8 and the city and all that. So, but it's challenging though. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It's challenging sometimes. And shout out to Dana Jones. Keep charging them. You know what I mean? Shit. People want to be charged more. They want to brag, man. Hey, my preacher got a better car than yours. Elijah Muhammad sent me more. I sent more money to Elijah Muhammad than you. Farrakhan, well, oh, you want to come in after? Yeah. So, and that's just the reality of this thing, man. And I'm excited for you to pull your equity out and buy some property, man. That'll be great.
Yeah, I got a question, Fred. So did you so when I was doing some research, when you went to pull your equity out, did you go through who owned the loan, or did you go through somebody who would search for a loan for you, right? Like play the third party? Or
yes. So what you can do is just go through. So what you do is just pull the equity out of the anybody, and they come appraise your property,
right?
And typically they can assume your loan,
right?
Or you can have the initial company, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Okay.
Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Caliper. There's hundreds of loan officers, you know what I mean, and
right.
They'll assume it because it's an asset. You understand what I'm saying? And they will
right.
come in. And so as many
that
options.
when is the interest, right? They're gonna do it just to accrue the interest.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's where they win.
Yeah. And you don't pay taxes on you pulling out money because it's yours. It's your money. You don't pay taxes on it. It's yours.
Man, shout out to the boxing set. Shout out to Fred Hawthorne. That's why I'm here, man. And look, don't come in here with no hostility, bro.
Wait, Ed, before you go, Anthony, let me Dana Jones. Yeah, the federal and state government don't want black fathers in the home, so they subsidize things. A father would do like give food stamps and section. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're right about that.
And that's still not enough, though, for me to say I'm leaving my family, though, Dana. You know what I mean? Still not enough. I don't know. Man, listen. if the one thing that y'all learn from me is, men, marry the woman that you want the womb. If you want her womb, marry her. That's just number one. If your father didn't marry your mama and you have a child out of wedlock, you the weakest nigga I know. You a weak ass nigga, man. And it's not that I hate you. It's just a weak ass decision. It's like your father didn't marry your mama and you have a baby and you don't get married. And you lived the pain. You lived the pain.
Right. You didn't try and break the pattern or nothing. Yeah.
So you go put your seeds through the same thing you did. Come on, man. And these women are stupid too for allowing it. I know I'm speaking to people in the replay. I don't hate you, but there's a standard. There's an expectation that we must have.
Facts.
And if we don't set this expectation, we're gonna be cyclical. You know.
Hey, I got a homeboy. He tried everything, bro. And she's just the worst type of person.
He chose her. What do you mean?
Yeah, man. He chose her.
He chose her. Shit, ain't no secret, man. Ain't many secrets women to hide from you if she's giving you her womb, man. That's like less than 10%, 5%, man. Oh man, my baby mama crazy.
She was
chose her.
She had her representative was around for a long time.
Man, don't fall for that, Kyle. Kyle, don't fall for that shit. Don't believe the hype. And how many kids he had with her? 3?
Just one. That's it. He was one and done. He was like a player from Duke, one and done.
Yeah, and don't fall for that shit, man. You know what I mean? I have a problem with men that blame the women. I mean, not a problem, but I mentally just check out of a conversation. When a man is blaming a woman, I check out. Nah, I ain't checking out. It's cool. I'll still have the conversation with you, but I'm somewhere else, man. I'm thinking about, what I'm talking about tonight on the show. Anthony, it's all yours, big dog, man. Welcome back.
What's up, fellas?
I'm feeling. What's up?
Hey, Gotham, I ain't gonna do you like Tavion did you, man. I ain't gonna start no stuff. I ain't gonna walk around the house showing you a view of nothing in the backyard.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
I don't have anything but some trees back there anyway. A little deck, a couple decks. That's about it. I'm a family guy over here, man.
Oh, I heard that. You got a couple decks back there?
Yeah, just a couple decks. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy, man. But yeah, what you got against car dealers anyway? I just want to know, man. I like the these guys, they sell dogs and stuff like that. I always watch those videos on YouTube, because I have friends, they were all interested. It's just nothing I ever was interested in. Like my daughter, she wants a dog now, and I'm like, I don't want to take care of your dog. I used to have a dog growing up, and it's a lot of work. If she wants one, I'm like, listen.
How old is she, man?
She's 12. But
get her first.
I know the work. And she doesn't want to do it. She goes to a private school and it's like she's in college or something. All the homework they get.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time for it, with gymnastics and that school, man. She doesn't have time. It's other things that she would like to do. She doesn't have time to do them just because of the workload she gets at school.
So Anthony, what I would say to you is that I don't have a problem with any car salesman. I used to sell cars. I used to sell timeshares. I'm currently selling dogs, and I'm selling homes. I'm also selling coffee. Now the coffee and the dogs is something I'm passionate about. So the nuance, there's nuance in my approach to being successful in it, right? But when I would sell timeshares and when I would sell cars, just like I know, to be successful, it's a different level you got to tap into to be successful and that means turning off everything for the most part that makes you a human being, right? You become almost a I don't even know how to say it. Like we can maneuver in a room full of vultures verbally, right? There's no conversation that we can't have, because when you're trying to sell something, when you're trying to secure the sale, there's so many obstacles that you're going to have to combat, right, to get to the sale. And that just makes you, Anthony, a different type of human being. So when I hear you come in here and you defend the PBC, I understand what you're saying. I could sell somebody a 2015 Audi SQ5 or a Audi Q5, and I could sell it to him for $60,000 if he'll buy it. Now I know it's only worth 40, but if he's happy with the purchase at 60, my commission, that's all that matters. But what do I know? Just like you know, Anthony, he just got effed all the way. And that's the only thing I'll be saying to you when you come in here and you be like, oh, well, they signed the contract. Well, yeah, that's what I used to say when people bought a vehicle from me or a timeshare from me that was worth, $10,000, $15,000 over market value, right? So that's all I was saying. I ain't got nothing against you at all, Anthony. I just felt like I understand you.
Yeah, I mean, it was really kind of rhetorical, but the thing is, I mean, what's one of the main mantras all the people on here, say all the time? Be accountable, and depending on what type of cars you sell, you're going to have, different class of customers. Some of them are going to be more analytical than others, especially if you're selling something like a Mercedes, even a Lexus or something, So if you're selling a Honda Accord or a Toyota, a Chevy, some certain Chevy, the lower end cars, those people, they don't really do the research, and they don't know much about the financing in some cases. I'm not saying everyone, because some people are just frugal, but yeah, you can't blame. In some cases, you can blame the salesperson or the sales manager, because they're schooling the salesperson on how to go in there and tell a lie. I just never did that. I was the one that would be in there telling the sales manager, I'm not going to say that.
Yo. See, Anthony, don't.
No, I'm just being honest. I mean, when I first started selling cars, and I don't sell cars to customers anymore because I don't like it. I don't like I don't like dealing with customers. I mean, it's just, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? Just to maybe make $100 or $200 on a car, man. It's just a hassle. I hadn't sold cars retail. I did. Well, I take that back. I did have a used car dealership for a while, but I didn't like to. I didn't want to work there. And when it came to where I had to be there to work and do the deals, that's when I said I got to close it down, because I don't want to do it. I did the wholesale, so I wanted to go out and buy the car, and I wanted to sell it to the dealer, who could just say, "Yeah, I take it. No, I won't take it." That's it. I don't want to have to sell you on it. It has this. It's this year. It has this many miles. It's in this condition. You want it? This is how much it is. And that's what I do now. I don't want to deal with the customer, retail buyer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, you can't blame. I guess you can if they're just lying, but still, the customer has to do some research. So they both have to
you see, Anthony, and then you say shit like that just makes my point. But you're right, though.
They got to do research, man.
You're right.
Look, I remember we went on a vacation, and on one of those days, for us to go to Disney World or something, my wife had found something, And I had never done it before. And it was at one of those timeshares, and they had us in there. And man, it was like, can we leave? I mean, God, dog, I said no. How many ways you want me to say no? I just did it so I can go, get half off at Disney World. Disney World. So yeah, I get it, bro. I know what you're talking about, but I understood because I was listening, and it didn't make sense to me, and I wasn't interested. And customers just have to. Some people just want the car, man. They don't care. They just want a car. They like, if you can get me in it, I'll take it. If you can get me in, I'll take it. And you got to realize also, the salesperson is not the only one lying in those situations. Who else is lying in that situation, Gotham?
Everybody.
The customer's lying too.
Yeah,
they just
everybody.
lied about how much they made. They lied about even having a job in some cases. They lied about where they live. And when they lie about they have this amount down, that their check is good, all that stuff, man. They're all lying.
Yep.
So I don't put it all on one party, and that's the same way with the PBC. When you guys are talking about these fighters and the deals that they sign, I can't put all that on the promoter or the advisor or whatever, because they need to do their due diligence. Fred ain't going out buying, places without doing his due diligence. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go out and buy a property without doing your due diligence, because that there's some people out there that will take advantage of you. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, hold them accountable just like you want to hold the promoter or the advisor or whoever it is accountable. You know what I mean? And if the PBC goes out of business or because of a bad rap, yeah, I'll just say, oh, man, y'all are right. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't, and they here for the next 100 years, if we even live to see something like that, I know I won't. I'm 50 already. But, then, next 30 years or so, man, I need to hear some, man, they still here. They still throwing the same events.
Well, when it comes from me, Anthony, about the PBC, it's more about the volume of activity for the roster. They got all the names over there, but we don't see them. Like, that's what it's about. I could give, like, when I come in here and Fred gives me insight, so I know it's Al Haymon, and Fred will be like, oh, well, this month there's no way that this fight's gonna happen, or the next month, and this is why. Like, Fred just gives me insight, so it ain't necessarily anything like that. That my favorite fighters are over there, and I don't see them. That's really all it's about. Like, my favorite guys are over there, and I don't see them.
I feel you, man.
All I got to blame when I got the zone, right? Matchroom or Top Rank, or now BLK Prime is just like, man, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody like Fred bringing up that the money is messed up, and I'm looking at the PBC's competition, there's substance based on transactions, and I have to listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where it is. We can't say the PBC is doing good when they lost Adrian Broner. Only seen Danny Garcia once. We haven't seen Earl since his last fight. Ugas hasn't fought. I mean, shit. Who else is over there? Mel hasn't fought. And there's fights for these people. There's fights available. So it's not like, oh, they done wiped out all the competition. That's not the case. There's fights available. They're just not happening.
But like I got on here and showed Fred before, and I could try to find those notes. I probably threw it away, but they're all on. It doesn't matter if it's the PBC, if it's ESPN, if it's the Zone, and the Zone is probably the worst. They give us the worst trash fights every time they have one out. I mean, they're usually just garbage fights. We just watch them because we just like to watch boxing. We like to watch people fight in most cases. But no, I mean, if you compare ESPN and Showtime or PBC, they're equal as far as the fights that we want to see in most cases. In the PBC, they're probably the ones who show us more. The fights that they do put on those are the ones we really wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? In most cases, or one particular fighter that's on that card anyway. He may not be fighting the most competitive, person, but I mean, it's still, we wanted to see that guy fight, but no, man, I just say something because it's usually something being left out and what you're pushing, or the agenda that you're pushing. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to come in and say, hold on, let's make this more truthful.
Well, let's stick with what you said, right? So with Bob Arum and Top Rank, the only fighters.
Hold on, Gotham. I'm sorry, man, but a lot of times I'll forget what I wanted to say, and I just did. But you guys were talking about it one night, and I don't know who all was on here, but I said this back when I first called in this show, that because you're talking about the money right now, and I said that is something that's just going to reset because they all did it. The only one, Bob's been around so long, I couldn't tell you what he did as far as paying for fighters, but we know what Al did, and we know what Eddie did as far as overpaying these fighters. And I said that this is just going to reset, just like with stocks. They have to reset. And that's what's going on. And I think that's why you don't see some of your favorite fighters, because they got used to getting that humongous check. And now they're saying, no, we're not going to pay you that much. You're going to have to earn that money. And they have a model over there that's called pay-per-view. And you have to, if you want to make this amount of money, you have to earn it. You're going to have to push and sell this fight. Bob, on the other hand, he has promotional money that he's tight with it. You know what I'm saying? He's tight with it. So that's why you can see that those guys at PBC are making more money, but that's changing. We see that it's changing.
Well, from a fan's perspective, talking about fighters that we want to see, right? Because I know earlier, sometime this month, you had said something about PBC is throwing the same amount of cards on. I don't do the card thing, right? I'm a fan of fighters, not promotions. So I saw, as far as Top Rank is concerned, I know I'm good to see Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson at least twice a year. I saw him at least twice a year last year. I saw Earl once. I believe I saw him once. I've seen Tank a bunch of times. I saw Wilder once. I saw Danny Garcia once. What's that kid's name? Jogba? I think he just fought once this year, right, Fred? Mm-hmm. Jogba just fought?
Yeah, he's a top ranked fighter now.
Is he really? Is Sanchez a top ranked fighter too? Or is he still with the PBC?
Who?
Sanchez, the one who beat Jogba.
I think he's PBC now.
Okay. I don't know, man. And all I'm saying is the big names, man, I don't see them. And I should, because they're the ones who are holding the banner up. You know what I mean? But I do agree with you, though. Earl should be doing a lot more. Like, when I think about promotion and pushing fights, like, Bill Haney's doing a lot for his son. Like, it ain't necessarily Devin doing anything. It's his dad doing it, you know? So, yeah. I do agree with you. These fighters got to do a lot more as opposed to just signing a paper.
Now, when me and Fred were talking, the thing about it was he said, in a year. And a lot of times you won't see them twice in a calendar year, like from, January to December. But I'm talking about what I was doing within 12 months. You know what I'm saying? So
of their last fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you have to look at it in some cases, I mean, it's not like a Floyd type of event. I mean, Floyd was getting paid. I mean, the numbers just showed that he could have those dates every year. I mean, everybody expected him at that time. So he did fight twice in a calendar year in most cases. I don't remember a year that it didn't happen besides when he was retired, you know. But with that whole thing with the what's the boxing voice or the voice of boxing, whatever the name is. But you know, I listen to those guys quite a bit while I'm out doing my thing. But you know, I just didn't like how that guy, he's like, he flips and flops, but it's like just for sensational moments or something, you know, because like right now he's kind of backing up on all that right now. You know, he's got a whole nother thing, you know, that he probably did today or the day before, man. So yeah, you know, I wouldn't call in again to talk to him because he's too emotional, I guess I would say, for me. You know what I mean? But you know, it's like no real logic. And then people are trying to talk. I can't believe people actually pay to call in there, and then he just over talks them, you know, and curses them out and hangs up on them at some point. It's like ridiculous. But
did you pay, Anthony?
Nah, you can get in there free on Twitter, but I do like the show. I mean, it's very entertaining.
It's very entertaining. It is an entertaining show.
And he does a lot of interviews, you know, so he has, you know, he gets a lot of information out over there, you know, and I mean, it's a good looking platform, especially the second show they do. It looks awesome. I'm like, man, this thing is nice.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, he's doing well. He is doing well.
He has taken it to another level in terms of podcasts. I applaud his work ethic for sure.
And that's what he said. He said he's a podcaster. Can you explain that to me, Fred? I don't know what the difference is. YouTube is not podcasting?
Yeah, podcasting is basically when you talk long form. And let me get the definition because I have it in my head, but I don't want to lie. I understand it, but I have never verbalized it. Podcaster.
Yeah, because my oldest daughter, she was trying to explain that to me. She said podcast, because I was telling her I watch YouTube. She said I was calling it a podcast, and she said YouTube's not podcast. I think she was saying like it's no video on podcast. It's just talking or something.
A podcaster or a podcast. Which one? A person who makes an audio or video recording and puts it on the internet is a podcaster.
Right. So what we're on right now technically is a podcast. Now, when they first came out, they were like, you know, strictly audio. It's kind of changed with the times. Yeah. Audio with visuals is your traditional, is the new, that's a podcast. Audio and visual.
Yeah, after that video, I got on YouTube and I did a video and I called it Messy Nester or something like that. I don't know. But I was just saying, man, that dude needs to get some testosterone pills or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are way too emotional, brother.
Anthony, one thing you gotta remember is like, so I watched Nessa's podcast too. And you know, I don't know him. But the way I look at him, Ness is a character, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So Ness is up there performing. So if you called into his show and gave him some material that he can perform with, that's exactly what he's going to do. You know what I mean? That dude shoots a lot of shows for a long time in 24 hours. And you got to be entertaining and captivating. That's why I know what me and Tavion did on the boxing on the barbershop conversations. was entertainment. You know what I mean? It was it was entertainment gold, right? Whether or not it was what you would want to call, I don't know. It's entertainment though. It served the purpose, and that's why I did it. I wasn't upset. You know what I mean? Like the internet is, when you got eyeballs watching or just listening, you got to entertain the people sometimes.
Yeah, I think I forget that sometimes, because Fred has tried to tell me that, you know, like he's a what do you call yourself, a reporter? Or you don't call yourself a reporter, you say something else. Journalist, yeah. So I have to remember that, because you know Nestor's whole thing is, you know, when somebody, man, you are not telling the truth, I'm not gonna let you come on here and not tell the truth, you know. So I just didn't feel like he was being genuine that day, you know, and I just wanted to say something to him about it, because it was like all of a sudden he switched. It's like, okay, so Bud can go and fight because it's $10 million, but Spence is a duck now because he's going to fight Thurman. But if he had fought Bud, it would be no fight against Thurman, right? But it's Al and Spence's fault, because Bud decided, I'm going to go and get this 10 million. And he knows that Bud was negotiating with both parties at the same time. And he could have still signed, since he said that he agreed to everything, he could have still signed to make the Spence fight, even, you know, for after he fought the other guy in 2022. I mean, but he didn't sign the terms or whatever and agree to do it. So now it's Spence's fault, because if the contract or agreement was in place, then the WBC would not be forcing Spence to fight Thurman. So how do you make this whole argument and then just forget about all these interviews you did and all the other conversations that you had about it? It's like, come on, dude. And I was trying, but he wouldn't even let me get my thoughts out. And, you know, a lot of times, like when you know, if you start throwing a whole bunch of stuff at me, I'm probably going to kind of forget what I wanted to say. And now it's like, it's an argument. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. I don't feel like arguing with you, but cool. I'm gone.
So who do you blame then for the fight not happening?
Well, I said it before. I mean, I only can blame the person that walked away from the table, you know? I mean, it's like I couldn't even give an example for it right now, you know, but I would just blame the person who walked away. I mean, if I went out and bought a piece of crap car, you know, who am I going to blame when I bring it home and it starts falling apart before I get to the house? I didn't get it checked out. I didn't do my due diligence. I can't blame the person that sold it to me when they said, here, sign right here, it's sold as is. You know what I'm saying? I can try to fight them, but if they don't give me anything when they go to court and they win, if they win, it's my fault at the end of the day. I bought it as is. You know what I'm saying? So he walked away, man, from the table for whatever the reason was. It was his decision. He walked away. Hey, that fight didn't happen because he walked away from it. And he said he walked away from it too. So, I mean, I don't have to make it up.
Yeah, but he also said why he walked away from it. How you feel about that?
Yeah, but the reason why it doesn't really matter as much as you walked away, because on one side you say, hey, I don't care. I just want to make the fight. I just want to show everybody I can beat this dude, right? It ain't about the money. It ain't about belts. I just want to beat this dude. And then you walk away and you fight somebody else, and then you want us to say, oh, it's okay because I'm getting $10 million. And then everybody's running around saying, oh, they offered him a no guarantee. That's not even true. His own trainer talked about how they started off offering $7 million or something to him. And they kept saying 25 or 22. And then they go down to 15. Don't call unless it's 15. I mean, it just, I mean, if I hadn't heard the guy say it, then I would, I just say, okay, well, some people said that. But I heard the guy say it when he was being interviewed. So, I mean, that's just all it is for me, man. It was his decision. I want to see the fight. I hope they come back around to it. But, I mean, that man did whatever it is he wanted to do, man. It's his prerogative at the end of the day. I ain't mad at him. Like everybody else mad about it or something. I ain't mad.
Oh, I'm definitely mad. Fred just said, somebody just told Fred that somebody offered extra, right, Fred? Somebody just offered somebody extra money just so he can fight him. The
Fulton?
yeah.
Fulton? Yeah. That's who y'all were talking about earlier?
Yeah, that's what I'm mad about. Like, if you confident, you can get it done, then, go in there and steal the glory, right? Because the glory is only gonna multiply what you felt you lost anyway.
Right.
But I think that's what it came down to at the end of it, right? It was like, instead of a guarantee, bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Sell the fight. You'll make more money. Don't take the guarantee. And then that they weren't even unfair about that, because Spence came out and said, man, I wasn't getting a guarantee either. So what's so unfair about that? So then it comes down to, well, I didn't like the date. I wanted to fight this year. All right, so take that fight, but sign this term sheet so we can get it on 4 months later. But he didn't do that.
So you believe Terrence is ducking Spence then?
I don't think I ain't gonna say who's ducking what. I just say that he, for whatever his reasons were, he said, I ain't signing that crap. I'm going to make this $10 million. I'll get back with y'all next year. Whenever y'all ready, holler at me, or I'm gonna holler at y'all when I'm ready. Whatever the deal is, you know what I'm saying? I believe that more than likely they're gonna get back together and make a fight, just because Spence is hanging around, and Terrence said at the end of his fight, just holler at me, basically, so I believe it's still a chance for it to happen.
Hey, Fred, if you were Earl, would you even still entertain the Terrence Crawford fight?
Got to. Oh, of course I would.
For legacy?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, he got to, especially if you're going to fight at 54. He has to. And the belts on ice. I think he has to.
So how would you feel if he just dropped the belts then and stayed at 54?
Then it's an Al Haymon play. I think it means that these fighters really are not in control. Like it's a visual confirmation. It's a tangible confirmation, And these men in suits have ultimate control. And it's what we know, but now we have the tangible evidence,
right,
to substantiate, and now we can move forward and say no. So whenever a fighter say you're not a boss, well, you got to prove to me that you are a boss. We're not accepting the fact that you say you are.
Right.
I mean, when you put it in perspective of bosses, I would have to agree that Terrence, to me, the way it appears anyway, I mean, just I can only go by what I see, that he is in more control of what he's going to do. Currently, because he's not going to someone else, as far as what I can tell right now, for advice. Spence, on the other hand, is going to someone else for advice, which I'm not saying it's anything bad or bad to do, because if you just feel like this person knows more or understands more about contracts and the terms of contracts or whatever, than you, and you just like the way they explain it to you or whatever it is, and you pay for that. I mean, that's fine, but you're not, I ain't gonna say you're not ultimately making your own decision, but you're being, you have some persuasion there from someone else because you're taking their point of view and you're analyzing it from that perspective and not totally from your own perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know how much that really even matters. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I guess it could be based on aptitude, as well. You know what I'm saying? So, Bud just feels more comfortable with it. And just like I said, when this first thing, when Bud first came out with his live, I was like, it just seems like one person is more comfortable with this structure, and the other person's more comfortable with the guarantee structure.
Right.
Because when he comes and says, that's another thing that Ness was making a big deal about. He got 50 million, and it's like, well, when you look at it like that, then where's this difference in the split? And so when you look at that, you say, well, if I'm Spence, I don't want your 25 million. If you got 50 million, come to me and say, hey, I got 50 million. You get 65, I get 35. Now that would have been something that Spence could have said, oh, all right. Let me look into that. You know what I'm saying? But when you come 25 for me, 25 for you, now that's Bud wanting to take control of the situation. And I think I would have to say that I think that was the biggest issue for Terrence. He doesn't like to not be in control of the situation. And if he wants to be a 50-50 partner with you, if anything, his ego is that big. You know what I'm saying?
That's ego. I think that's just business.
It was ego. It's ego if you go out and you get 50 million and you want to change the terms. You see what I'm saying?
Well, we don't know that. We don't know what the terms would have been without that speculatory.
Well, I thought the terms were that he said was that they were taking 35%. That's what Bernie said. That's what all those reporters said.
If he would have controlled you get what I'm saying?
No. So, but when he said he had 50 million, he said 25 you, 25 for me, right? Right. But
they didn't negotiate it. You get so.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think if he had come in and say, hey, I got 50 million, you get your 65, I get my 35, and let's go. Let's do it. Right?
Yeah. That's theory, but they got to get there. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
You got to negotiate it. They didn't get that far. It was just a part of a phone conversation, it seems like.
But on his live, he said 20, you get 25, I get 25.
Yeah, on that, but they didn't negotiate it. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you saying that you think Spence should have said you started negotiating? Nah, man. Out of 50, I'm getting 65% of that.
Sure, I think that would have been the move. And you wanna make Crawford out to be a liar or a truth sayer. You don't know, because ain't no one making 25 million on pay-per-view in America. I don't see no fight that can generate 50 million pay-per-view buys. And what I mean by 50 million that goes to the fighters, not 50 million that it grosses. Excuse me, let me correct myself. I don't see it.
Yeah. So if he had 50 million, when you say it like that, then some of that 50 million would have either had to go towards putting on the fight.
No, it was 50 million, and they both get a guarantee, and once they get into the black, then it goes into the splits.
Oh, okay. So the 50 million he was talking about was just the guaranteed money.
Right.
And then whatever would have came above that, they would have split on that, on the 60, 65. I mean,
I'm saying they would have negotiated with whoever the hedge fund. But now we know it's BLK Prime. So whatever BLK Prime, when they got into the black, whatever split it would have been, I don't know what split they would have negotiated at.
Oh, it was BLK Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my first time hearing that too.
Because he said he had two. One was BLK Prime.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, that's.
So what do you think that fight would have, brought in as far as revenue?
500,000 to 700,000 buys.
Wow,
that seems fair.
Yeah, 500,000 to 700,000. I think they were in that range. Spencer's not a talker.
Neither Terrence.
They wouldn't need help. They would need help to make it big, or just have a great first fight. If they have a great first fight, then it does.
The second one is sold. Yeah.
The second one does astronomically.
Yo, Fred, that is really frustrating though. Like to be a fan of combat sports.
Yeah,
and,
don't get it.
Like I don't Fred, what don't they understand about that?
I don't get it. It's like
you can't just go to the gym and fucking train. That's not how it works.
Yeah. And I don't want to cancel. Who wants to cancel the Cowboys and 49er game this weekend?
Nobody.
Exactly. We're canceling Spence and Crawford. We're going back to week 8.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's weird, dude. That's the only thing I don't understand about this whole boxing game. It's like they will turn down money. I don't get that. That's why I don't. And even the guy, he comes in and he can't even just say one or the other. Which one is more important? I mean, it's like, dude, just answer the freaking question. Like, which one is more important? Having these belts or getting the biggest purse you could get? I mean, what's so hard about that question?
They're intertwined as well. The more belts you have, the more money you make. So they're intertwined. As much as the promoters. See, the promoters hate the belts when you get a no-name mandatory. They love the belts when the pay-per-view numbers and the ratings are high. You know what I mean? So they have a love-hate relationship.
But still, isn't that still a simple? Isn't that a yes or no question though?
Yeah, but they're in a position where the belts are paying them.
But what about
that's why he's getting a Loma fight.
But when you take Tank or Floyd and these guys that say, I don't give a dang about them belts, and then they're making as much or more.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they're separate. Yeah, like every book tells its own story. So Tank's story is becoming an attraction. Tank's success, Devin's success is tied to those 4 belts. He's undisputed champion. So that's why he has the the esteem right now. And he knows it. And that's why he's gonna kill himself to make 135 one more time.
Yeah. But the question was simple, Fred. I said, if somebody's giving you, I don't know if I said 50 million, whatever, or the belts, like which one, and he just still wouldn't answer the freaking question.
Well, someone's gonna give me 50 million versus fighting, but I'm taking the 50 million.
But he wouldn't just say that. He went all around the block. Well, on my block. So you saying if you on this block and I'm on that block, and you say you're gonna kick my ass, and I'm on the other block. What the heck that had to do with it, man? Just which one is more? I mean, God, duh.
Well, if you look at the brand has always been the belts with the Haney camp. So I mean, that got the he didn't didn't have to answer the question.
Yeah. I think we were able to figure it out. Once he hung up anyway, that it was. It was the belts, but he just wouldn't say it's the belts. I mean, God, dog it, man. Just answer the doggone question.
So, Fred, I got a question, right? Say, through this whole, I think we just uncovered the real issue with Haney and Tank.
What's that?
Haney's clout is attached to them belts as opposed to Tank. Tank's an attraction.
Right.
So when it comes to negotiating that fight, even though Haney got all the hardware, Tank would clearly be the A side.
Clearly.
Even with all your belts.
And that's what they're fighting
that
about.
Magnitude is going to be pay-per-view.
Oh, that's a big pay-per-view fight.
I mean, really and truly, that's what they're fighting about right now. Who is A or B? All this trash talk is I'm the A side, and they're not saying it. But that's what they're having this verbal combat about right now.
There's nothing to discuss. It's obvious. There's nothing to discuss. I don't even know what. So yeah, I don't even know. But there's nothing to discuss.
You know what this kind of that whole thing reminds me of? Floyd and Zab Judah. People who start off kind of cool, but they're competitors, and it's already leaked over to the trainers, and they ain't even gotten in the ring yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Calvin Ford is literally like the dad to Tank, and then you got the biological dad over here, and they already ready to scrap.
Right, who you got, Bill or Calvin Ford?
I think we know who would win that one. If it's in the ring, anyway. I don't know about in the street.
Who would win in the ring, man? I don't know.
What, Bill's a professional? Because I thought Calvin was like a professional, like kickboxer or something.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, he would be the favorite. I mean, if he's a professional fighter, shit, he would be the favorite. But I mean, it's all for naught. It's all for naught. I mean,
Bill has never fought, right? I mean, he doesn't really train, right? He's always had somebody to do the training, right?
Yeah, you just don't know, man. Them two old men, man, they fathers, man. They ain't fucking.
It sounds like fighting words.
I don't want to see two fathers fighting, man. That's
I don't want to see it either. But I definitely think Bill, and I know he's gonna see this, because even though I don't know why he don't pop up over here.
He might
to pop this shit.
Man, don't do it. Don't extend the show another hour.
Say it 3 times.
I just don't understand. It seems like I don't really want to put it out there, but it does seem like a little collective effort. But I'll leave that where it's at.
He's trying to get the fight, man. He's trying to get the fight. It's not fighting words. I mean, it may go a step and beyond, but these men ain't fighting and destroying a $1 million charm, man. Nah, they ain't happening.
Why does he want to fight Tank?
It's a money fight.
Oh, okay. So then sacrifice that A side, and that's what it is. We don't get, because that's the truth, Fred.
Well, they both
don't matter that he's undisputed, Fred.
Well, they both got. No, it does matter, because that's why Devin's getting the fight, because he's undisputed. He makes a case. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Like, the reason why he's in the conversation is because he's undisputed.
Right. That's it. Not because his fan base. He's not Tank.
But who is, though, that Tank has fought? Who has brought fans that Tank has fought? No one. Devin brings the most fans that Tank has ever fought.
Does he? Oh yeah, easily. Pardon me, easily.
So I mean, he's not putting 20,000 people in the stadium. But I drove to Vegas to see both Tank and Devin, so they both caught my interest. But it's a really compelling fight.
I like him too, but I don't know if anybody, man. No casual knows who Devin Haney is.
No, I would disagree. He's popular.
I don't think so, Fred.
He's pretty popular.
No, he's not.
Where?
He is.
He's popular on YouTube.
I'm being 100. He's popular. Devin's popular. He doesn't control, because he got the Floyd tag. Floyd, in terms of promotion, gave Tank a lot of credibility. Keep in mind, Broner first. than Floyd. So imagine those two tags.
Or think about it like this.
Tank. That's what I'm saying. That's the rub that Tank got.
Yeah.
Haney don't have that rub.
No,
Haney's the one I'm saying is not popular.
But y'all said his girlfriend is real popular, and
I don't even know who she is.
I don't know her name. Y'all got to tell me who she is. But last time we talked about her or mentioned that, y'all said she got like 20 million.
India Love is her name.
Oh, thank you, India.
Wait, he got India Love? Oh, I know who she is. All right, never mind.
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is, but
y'all taught me about it, so I don't.
But if you think about it like this, there are several YouTube channels with over 1 million subscribers.
Right.
Right. And then you have even some of the smaller YouTube channels that have, like I think Blue Blood, he may even have like 600, I think, or 400 or something like that.
Oh, he's popular.
In the ego boxing, he has like 300 or 400.
I'm sure. So,
I mean, Devin is popular, dude, because I mean they talk about that.
This is them names that you just listed. All due respect to them. I like Blue Blood. I respect why I keep doing them long intros, but I hate them long intros. Bro, you talking about a small circle. Tank, I'm talking about casuals know who Tank is.
Yeah, he's more popular. I would say Tank is more popular.
Yeah.
Both things can be true. Tank is more the answer is Tank is more popular than Devin. That's the answer.
By a country mile. By a country mile. It's not even close.
Give a percentage.
75%. 75% is not even close.
I don't think that much.
Maybe 30.
Man.
But I mean,
where do you see him, Fred? When the last time you heard Devin speak?
Last time you heard Tank speak. It's not.
I heard Tank speak like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because he just had a fight. Yeah, but he
even before that he was arguing with who's he arguing with?
Blue Blood. Yeah. Blue Blood.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only about a 30% difference, if that much. And the difference is that you have more. Tank has more street credibility. And it's more street credit. It's more street guys into the boxing scene. That's really all it is.
And I'll be honest, I'd rather have Devin than Tank. I don't care. He can have all the money, all the fans. I want this train to go 75 miles an hour for 20 years.
For sure. Not even a question about that.
I want Devin. If you say, what do you mean you want? I want someone that represents my last name well. He has great character. He has
agreed
publicly. I don't know what he does privately. I've never hung out with Devin, but publicly he has better character, integrity, speaks better. And I'm not making this y'all pro Negroes. Oh, black on black. I'm just speaking the attributes. I'm going with Devin Haney. Tank might be a shooting star. How about if he loses? Will he ever recover? So I think Devin has the fortitude to recover if he loses.
Really?
More so than.
Mm-hmm. I question one thing about the that whole thing, and I mean, I can't. I'm not going to pass any judgment, but so I'm just keep it to myself. But it's kind of strange how the dad carries on, and then they wear the Muslim, hat. It's kind of different.
And you gotta, and that's why I was telling you earlier. You gotta separate, like when you was talking about Ness and how he act. You gotta separate. I separated Bill doing what his son won't do, and that's what it is. Bill doing things to keep his son relevant because
Bill's doing what the manager is supposed to do.
Exactly, and that's it. When it comes to marketing, show business, selling the show. Bill's doing clearly what Devin won't. You know what I'm saying? But Fred, the one thing I will tell you about Tank and Devin fighting, the one thing that worries me in that fight for Devin, you already know I'm a bigger UFC fan. I'm not a casual with UFC. And I watched Alex Pereira fight Israel Adesanya. And Alex was down in that fight. And in that 5th round, he told him he was going to kill him. And he done already knocked him out. So you got a technical guy in Devin versus a guy with some pop. And I feel like when you got a guy with some pop that know all he got to do is touch you, that's scary for the technical dude, you know?
Yeah, but
but here's the thing: what you're missing. I'm not saying you're missing. I'm saying what people are saying about that. Devin's not even in his grown man body yet. Devin's barely 24. The realistic time you might see Devin and Tank square off in the ring, Tank will be 30, 31. Devin will be 27, 28. And that'd have to be at 140 or 147 pounds.
Man,
there's no way Devin is going to fight Tank at 135. It'd be 140, 147, where he's more athletically gifted and physically stronger. That fight is at least 3 years away. 2 at the earliest.
Yeah.
And Devin will be a full-grown 140-pounder, not cutting all his weight and eating comfortably.
Man, I don't know what a 30-year-old, 31-year-old Tank Davis looks like. I'll be honest. I don't know. He wasn't cut up for this fight.
He definitely wasn't.
No, he wasn't. He was just a 130-pound fighter. He wasn't no lines in his stomach and his arms. Real square, no V shape.
Round.
Yeah, these black athletes got V shapes when they make weight, you know.
Right.
Even these Latino fighters, you know, they blocked up, you know, especially at the lower weight class.
Like look at like a guy like Devin, a guy like Inoue, these guys from 135 down. They're always the top guys are always in shape 24/7.
Right. So I mean, the bigger question is, does Tank make it 3 years?
That's the biggest question.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Does he? You know, he got a lot. He got a.
Well, shit. Based off of what we see, the answer would probably be no.
Well, the betting odds would be no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but like, even let's say he does. Realistically, we wouldn't see a Devin versus Tank or a Tank versus Shakur for at least 2-3 years.
Yeah, because Shakur Devin would come first.
But he's looking the way Tank is talking. You're looking at next year. He wants both of those guys.
No.
That's I'm just telling you based on what he's saying. He's going after those guys next year.
And he could say that, but the leverage Tank might have the upfront in negotiations, but the timing leverage, like Devin could wait him out. Like, nah, you know, I'm gonna get to you when I'm like
I don't
26,
think so,
20.
bro. Drew, I don't think so.
No, they do. Trust me. Devin and Bill Smart. Shakur's not going to take that. Shakur will take it now. He will. But why take it now when you can just wait a little bit? Just keep him on ice. Because you got the longer career. You got the upside.
If he doesn't, when Tank starts calling him out next year, and he's going in on him, then that's when that whole word that I think Devin created, cap, is going to start affecting him a whole lot. And his dad is going to be affected in that as well, because he just recently told Calvin Ford that my son is going to knock his ass, your boy ass out. So that cap is going to be, that's what his name is going to be. It's going to go from the dream to the cap.
Yeah, but you couldn't knock out Kambosos, bro. You're not knocking Tank out.
Nah, it's promotion.
It's promotion, but like,
but why you doing that if you're not gonna fight him though? Like, it's weird. It's like you're playing on the fans because your son needs relevancy, Bill.
That's bro. You know that's boxing. It's always playing on the fans.
That shit whack, bro. That's why
that's boxing. It's always gonna be like that.
That shit whack.
Yeah, I don't see Devin or Bill being able to live with that. I don't see it. Not the way they talk right now, because just think about it. They just got shamed over there on H Money's show when Shakur called in and called them out, basically like, what's up, go to Bob, I mean,
that fight is gonna happen. That fight's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen. That fight's not gonna happen until they're at 140.
That's happening.
People don't get like Devin did what like me. I have my issues with Devin just as an entertainment value of watching it.
Right.
But Devin did what none of these young fighters have yet to do, and then Stefan's trying to do. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go take this man's belt twice. I'm gonna be undisputed. I got half my Hall of Fame ticket already. I go get unified at 140. I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Yeah, but Jerome, I don't think anybody.
Do you? Let me ask you this: do you expect Devin to stay at 35 after he beats Loma? If he beats Loma?
Fuck no, I don't even think Devin should. Nah.
Exactly. So after, let's say he beats Loma, goes to 40. He bought Lee. I expect him to be at 40 and take 2 soft touches to acclimate to the weight. I don't expect Devin to take a tough fight at 140 till 2024 because he's earned that right.
I don't even see a tough fight for Devin at 140.
Yeah,
no, Josh Taylor's a tough fight. Regis will be a tough fight. They'll be tough fight, but I don't see him taking maybe. I don't see him tough. Those would be tougher fights than Jorge Linares, Jojo Diaz. Come on.
Regis knocks him out. I see that right now.
Regis knocks Devin out?
Oh man. If he goes over there and fights Regis in next year, he's going down, bro. He's going down. I mean,
I'll favor Regis, but I think Devin can avoid getting knocked out.
Yeah, I believe that.
I don't think so.
With Tank?
No, Regis.
No, with Regis. I don't see it because it's too much pressure. Regis he's not going to be kept. He's not going to be able to keep him off with a jab, bro. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to work. I don't see it.
When Devin moves up to 140, he'll fight like a Chon Zepeda and another decent top 15 guy to get acclimated. We won't see him fight a top 7 guy.
Yeah, Drew, but I don't believe Devin can afford that.
Hey,
man.
but when has Devin showed you something different though? When has Devin showed you that he wanted some soft touches?
I'm saying soft touches as to acclimate to the weight.
Devin can't afford that, bro. He's undisputed right now, and
he's 24 years old.
About him.
No one is. Devin moves up to 140 after this Loma fight. Do you expect him to fight Josh Taylor?
Yeah,
he's going
his first fight there. Honestly,
he needs to.
He's undisputed. He's going to go for a belt. He's going to,
bro.
He's going to petition to fight a champion. I mean, why would he want to go up there?
He's going to petition to do, but that's not going to be the first. No, they're going. That's how fighters have always moved. I'm going to get in line. I'm going to be next, but let me just acclimate to the weight.
But not when you're a champion, not when you have.
Yes, you would. What's Canelo doing right now? He's coming off of surgery. What's he going to do? Have a soft touch.
But he's undisputed.
It's still a soft touch. Devin's earned that. More people are going to be cool with Devin taking a top 15 guy in his first fight at 140. No one's going to say he's ducking the champions.
But the difference, this is the difference, Drew. Canelo's not giving up his belts to go and do that. Devin's going to give up his belts. You see what I'm saying? He's not going to come back down to 135.
And he's going to pick the right sanctioning body where he can get the belt the quickest, but not on his terms. He could pick when he moves up to 140, he can pick whatever sanctioning body he wants to be the number one contender, the mandatory.
Okay. I mean, if he doesn't,
no, you can't. That's what Inoue did. That's what Inoue just did. He gave up all his belts, and I wanted to go after Stephen Fulton. That's what Haney's going to do. But he's not going to just rush to go fight. Bill. They're smart. We're going to get the top guy, but we're going to just let me get
Too
Let me get a
smart.
fight where
That's
I'm
why Bill will keep
accurate.
talking. They're too smart, and that's why Bill's gonna have to keep talking on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's all right.
It's not all right because the world don't give a fuck about Bill Haney. It's not all right.
It's all right if as long as it's it's all right with that. It's all that matters with is Bob Arum and ESPN. As long as they endorse that check and they're okay with the opponent, that's all that matters, right, Fred? They don't care.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it that way. You know, if he gets up there, he gets with someone and they rank him. Yeah, I mean, that's another way to go. I just thought he would have wanted to go up there and fight somebody with a belt, you know, right off. But like you said, he could fight the weakest link with the belt, and it ain't Regis.
That's not smart, man. That's not smart.
Like who's fighting for the WBA, Fred? They ordered that fight. I know it's a PBC.
Ponce and oh man, I don't know him.
Yeah, I can't remember either. They said it the other day too. I don't remember.
Because Taylor and Catterall are fighting for the WBO.
WBO.
Somebody's too.
Regis got the WBC.
Mm-hmm. It's two lesser known fighters.
So two guys fighting for the BA.
It's WBA and then WBO. The IBF is vacant.
There you go. Devin could go fight. They'll give Devin whoever he wants for the vacant.
Facts. There we go. And it's on the major now. Man, y'all give y'all closing remarks, man. Damn. Anthony, get out of here, man. What you got, man?
I ain't got nothing, man.
Thank you for coming in.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, appreciate
I just want to say I apologize. I don't apologize. I said what I said to Stephen Fulton so he can get off his ass and go over there and get that money. Win or lose. I'm happy that he's going to go get paid $3 million. He deserves it.
He don't duck no smoke, though.
No, I'm not saying he did, but when he started mentioning Nui first, and then he said a Nui number power, and then they were going to play Figueroa. That's when I'm like, nah, bro, just go over there. I don't care who win. I'm going to get the number one pound for pound fighter, whoever wins, and Stephen deserves that money.
Yeah, but that fight was done way before anyway fought.
No, what I'm saying, it was done, and then it got announced, and the fans were like, "We don't want to see that shit. You beat him already."
That was Al Haymon trying to keep him. You know,
that was him trying to match a brother with a Hispanic. Mm-hmm. That's Al Haymon's favorite formula.
Yeah, that's his only formula. As you can see, the brother's getting pushed to the back. He going Benavidez, Plant, Tank him. You know what I mean? Spence like, what about me? What about us?
You did, Fred. You said 2 months ago, Spence not fighting until June.
Yeah, he's not. And
damn, I hope not. June, fuck.
Yeah,
I mean, it is though. You're not gonna put Spence on pay-per-view over Tank and Ryan?
You don't think he's doing something April?
You think what? April? No, I don't think so.
That's Tank Ryan.
I don't even think they can do it though. I don't even think they can put. I don't know. Their money's so low, man. They doing so bad. They'll get there. Hey man, let's get out of here, man. Anything else, Drew?
Oh no, go ahead, fellas. Y'all have a good night,
you, man. Mr. Henderson, what you got?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the platform.
I'm beaming you out, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony.
Shout out to Mr. Fred.
Thank
Shout
you,
out to Kyle in the boxing section. Gotham City Bullies on TikTok and Instagram, man. Appreciate the platform.
All love, dog. All love. Kyle, Kyle at work, man. What you doing, Kyle?
You know I'm at work, but I'm always working, man.
At work, always work.
Hey, another great show, Fred.
Good show.
Another great one.
Damn, I'm trying to get this music to play.
Huh?
Who else got iTunes, man? This iTunes shit is corny.
What you mean?
Because my song is on iTunes. Thank you guys, man. I'll see you guys Sunday, man. I know DJ. Where DJ at? Tell DJ to show up Sunday. The 49ers should beat the Cowboys, man. Oh, they got to win by 4, right? They're gonna beat the shit out of the Cowboys. Yeah, I might bet that game. Yeah, man. Yeah, get home safe, man. Get home safe. Kyle. And if you're driving on the road, get home safe. People Hernandez is back, Kyle. He's back.
Peoples Hernandez.
the bag.
It's 4.5. They say.
Oh, it's 4.5 now. The spread.
Yeah, that's what they say. 4.5.
But all you gotta do is win by 4, so you good. You ain't got no hook. A half point is called a hook. Yeah, you good. You win by 4 or more, you good.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing for us, man. I'm telling you.
Nah, they ain't got no answers for that. They weak. Only thing is, that motherfucker Michael Parsons could just ruin the whole game plan. You gotta block him.
Yeah, but we can throw away from that nigga though.
You can throw what?
We can throw away from him.
But he's a right-handed quarterback. How about if he's on the right side? I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm just saying, if you can control him, you'll be okay. And y'all winning the game, man. Y'all got at every level. Y'all got an all-pro at every level. Offensive lineman, the best offensive lineman in the world. Caffrey, the best all-purpose back and the best all-purpose receiver. Top 5 tight end. Man. Man. Come on, man. They Super Bowl built, man. They are. I just hope the Giants don't get blown out, man. Hopefully, don't turn into a track meet, man. That's all I hope, man. We got it, man. Just give us the ball in the fourth quarter with a chance to win, man. I'll take that. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys for coming through, man. I'll see you guys Sunday, man. And, who's boxing this weekend? Adrian Broner's in camp. Brandon, Stevie Fulton in no way, and you got Chris.
Nothing going down this weekend.
Chris Eubanks in the no way.
Yeah.
Chris Eubanks in the no way. I mean, Chris Eubanks and Liam Walsh Smith is fighting, and yeah, man. So we got it, man. I appreciate y'all. So we'll